Now, Sean, you gotta explain yourself. Why are you? I put in the prompt, and somehow you ended up being more like a final boss for Samus. You're supposed to be getting rescued, but the only thing that you're doing is threatening her. Why are you threatening her?
Because she owes me lunch money, and I aim to collect.
Hmm. Like what? $3? $4? $3?
That's like 2004 money, my guy. It's gotta be at least 6 or 7.
Oh God, now I hate that. I hate the idea of that. I don't remember how much school lunches were. I don't remember how any of that worked. We kind of had free lunches, kind of, but not really. They were always
We
bad.
didn't pay on like a meal by meal basis at my school. You like paid at a lump amount and then just ate. You didn't have to bring money to the lunchroom.
Yeah, we had little cards. We had little swipey cards, little credit cards, little food credit cards, because the American education system is well designed and not emulated after prisons. Wait, that's probably
Uh-huh.
not
Uh-huh.
prisons. Probably not. I don't know how they. Listen, they gave us ration cards. I never thought they gave us ration cards. Forgot we
It's
had
fucked up
those.
regardless.
Yeah, it's messed up regardless. Well, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. And now it's Sean turn to play the video
Me
game.
turn.
We're playing more Metroid Prime 2. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sean, also known as the Talking Skull, he, him, and guys, gals, gems. I'm like 70% probably.
Oh, so
If
you're
I'm
more
being
like
generous.
you're more
So
like this guy. This guy's clearly at least 80.
that guy's at least 80%. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Talking Skull. Needens rescue him from the a big alien swamp bog. Can't tell if Spider Samus, the golem in the background, or you are saying that.
It does seem to be coming from the golem in the background.
Yeah, he's like commentating
Which
in the
makes sense, because,
background.
yeah, exactly. It's like a third person, like outsider's perspective. So
We
I
all,
do enjoy the drippy, toothy skull, though. It's good.
we all stand the alien swamp bog. Welcome, Kappa. We're just going through this. You want,
Fucking kill needed to pim to Horesrum from the big alien swamp bog.
dude? Not the alien swamp bog.
Can't believe that's what you're zeroing in on and not the talking kill.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely is you today. You are the talking kill based on what you said. uh,
Also, why is Master Chief here?
yeah, Master Chief is fighting Samus. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Well, I was like Green Samus, but what is Master Chief but Green Samus?
I mean, honestly.
I like this one. This one's adorable. You look so scary. I like that all of these is just your head. It's just your head.
Mm-hmm.
This one's
I
good
mean,
too.
what am I if not just a head?
I mean, you're also this. This guy's looking pretty 70%. He looks pretty
Yeah,
70%.
this guy looks how I feel. For sure, for
Uh-huh.
sure.
Screaming at Samus.
Now, why does Samus have what appears to be a laser pistol?
See, I was about to say, were you just gonna say gun? Because it might be the stupidest thing you could ever say out of context, which is, why does Samus have a gun? Because that's her gun, Sean. That's what she uses to fight evil, I
Her
guess.
classic weapon. Also,
Uh-huh.
fighting evil is definitely what she's known for.
Yep. I mean, technically speaking, it's what she was supposed to be doing, was fighting evil, apparently. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
she is not a bounty hunter. She's just a space adventurer who shoots bad guys and doesn't actually do bounty hunting. Not to say that you can't bounty hunt that you bounty hunt
Go
criminals.
ahead.
I don't know what I was about to say there, but I'm not gonna say it now because it's way more incriminating than the thing that I meant to say. And I'm trying not to say things that incriminate myself much these days. I'm trying to be better, Sean. You know,
Okay.
I'm trying to be more responsible. I'm trying to say things that don't make me sound like I don't know what I'm talking about as often as I used to. I'm not perfect though. I still have my moments.
So for everyone's enjoyment, this is gonna be me definitely remembering what I was doing and what and why and why.
Half
I know that I have
pipes.
boost ball now.
Half pipes. Go for
Uh,
half pipes. I think you also opened a gate, I think. You
Sorry,
just
I'm
gotta
just
find
trying to
your
remember
how to
what
play the
button
video
does
game.
the thing.
There you
Is
go.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Now you can do the thing. I
Now,
find it interesting, out of all of the Metroid games, this is the only Metroid game that doesn't have the convenient morph ball jump. And honestly, I wonder if they like tried to implement it and couldn't get it to work, or they found that it was not worth it, or that they just couldn't get it to do what they wanted it to.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have green.
You do
Uh,
not.
do I know what yellow
You
is?
do not have yellow either.
Okay.
You have neither sour apple nor piss.
Well, I gotta collect piss.
Uh-huh. You have to collect sour apple and you have to collect piss.
Ooh,
Ooh.
hello.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's these guys. I forgot about
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah, these guys are kind of a because they go invisible. They're such a pain.
I didn't really fight them the first time around. I just kind of ran. I was like, well,
Yeah.
that's nice. I'm leaving.
But they look cool. I like them.
Yeah.
They're a neat design. I like a floaty tentacle boy. The Ying are a fun group of just kind of blob boys. They're just a fun group of blobby guys, and I like that. I also find it interesting that even though you have things like the beams, they still have moments to like put in the gates. I like that actually. Especially because I think they've established that hardly ever are you gonna have a gate that opens up on both sides, if that makes sense, without one of those gates being there.
Right. If it's just a portal, then it's one way.
Yeah. How do you
Uh,
feel about that, by the way?
the one-way portals?
Yeah.
I don't mind them. I think that it definitely makes the map more confusing to navigate, but these maps have been pretty manageable, so it's not a big loss. Now, this is not tenable.
Yeah.
This is not how this works.
I definitely remember doing this too when I was a kid and being like, that doesn't work. That's not the answer to your problems. That's not the answer to these problems.
These are not the problems you're looking for.
Uh-huh. The guinea pigs have been vacated. They're no longer here.
You no longer have pig.
Yes, I have my whole room back. I'm hoping that maybe that alone would have resolved my Beat Saber issue and that I don't have to, because I was like, if I really have to, I just need to move where the lizard is right now. Because honestly, I would rather it be someplace else than risking punching it again. That's for damn sure. I do not prefer punching the lizard tank. I don't. It's not good for my knuckles.
It's not good for the lizard either.
It's not very good for the lizard either. He didn't really seem to like it that much. I have to say he was not a fan. He didn't appreciate it, honestly. Really, I want to know what his issue is.
I was gonna say, how ungrateful of him.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
He didn't swear at me, though. God, those guinea pigs, though, they are When they stop, like, showing fear, they'll just cuss at you. It's actually really funny. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. Not that I was going to teach them fear. Had a cat and a dog for that. I didn't have to do anything.
That was out of my control.
Uh-huh. Really, they stopped fearing me pretty quick and would constantly make demands. It was rather quite amusing to me, because I'm just like, I could punch you. What are you... What stock do you think you have swearing at me? Guinea pigs are strange animals for that. They don't give a shit about anything. Nice try, guy. Maybe it's another direction.
There is a black door here.
Uh-huh. It is a tall door. It is a tall room. It is quite a tall room.
That's a tall order.
A tall basket. Wow, you said you were at 70%, and I didn't realize I also was draining my brain fluids out of my ears. Ooh, it's our friends. It's the dinosaurs.
We love... Oh, hello. You're very
He
close.
He is very close.
Get me out of here.
Sean. You don't like the Grantchler? Oh, hey, there's a door over there you haven't opened, apparently.
Eh.
I hadn't realized you hadn't been up there yet.
I'm just exploring, man.
You're just exploring, man?
Mm-hmm. I was born exploring, man.
Mm-hmm. Exploring plan. Of some kind, I would hope. Look at how sad you
call
made
it a
him.
plan. Oh, you're still alive. I forgot.
Can't
It's a
believe you made
two-step.
it. Yeah. I love the animation of him lunging after you in their death animation. It's actually kind of upsetting. I always was like, I hope that doesn't do damage when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little jumpy scare. It's a nice
Haven't
little
I been
jumpy.
there?
Yes, you
I
have.
remember that bridge. What?
Yeah, you've been there. I actually know you've been there.
Was I stupid?
I don't know. Asuka, were you? No, were you, Asuka? Yeah. Yeah. See? Not that hard to get up here. Don't do it, Sean. You don't got nothing for Denzium. It's too dense for you.
Yes, okay.
Get it?
Because of Denzel Washington?
Because of Denzel Washington, the densest individual on the planet.
He's the densest dude you know.
Uh-huh. Well, there you go. Found the secret.
But which? Oh, okay. There's just the one. I was stupid. Yay!
In fact, it was actually even simpler than that. I mean, that's a nice thing. I don't think you went through that direction yet. Because you definitely came in from the top end, so I don't think you knew there was an energy take there. You're not dumb, Sean. You're just uneducated.
You're back?
There's a Yeah. You technically went through 2 doors.
Technically.
That is enough to go through to respawn him. Yeah. I know that these guys were practically in the first game, but I like these guys because they're still different in their own way, and they're just a good design.
You can say it. You like them because they're dinosaurs.
I like them because they're alien dinosaurs, Sean. What's wrong with that? Am I not allowed to like alien dinosaurs?
I like a good alien dinosaur.
You like
Embrace the dinosaur.
Did you like the Triceratops people from...
Oh, it's the map.
It's the map. That might actually help a lot. What What if you got the map because you could have gotten that way sooner, and you open your map and you're like, there is nothing new here. I've been everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
No, there's some stuff
One
like
save room,
there's that save
one
room. I
connective room.
told you that it was there.
Yeah, I didn't say you were wrong. I just said I would probably find another one.
You
Also, that's a red
just
door. I think
you
red's just missile door though, right?
yes.
Okay, so there's all this stuff. But I think that's where I was headed anyway.
Yes. Yeah, I think you can get up there now because you opened a gate.
Great.
Great. Great.
Uh,
A great gate. Yes.
okay. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
And there's nothing else in this stinky room.
Sean, are we playing brain cell ping pong right now? That's what it feels like. You just say something, and then I just kind of bat it back at you, like we're playing really, well, like we're playing badminton actually, like badminton. Badminton.
Oh man, I haven't played badminton since I was a kid.
I was gonna say badminton is just tennis for people who
It's
can't hit a
literally
tennis
got
ball.
bad in the name. It's the
Yeah.
worst sport, and I love it.
I love it too. Being attack. Well, do you want to start off? You want to? Do you want to?
The day came when space was torn asunder, revealing dimensional rifts to a dark place. Horrible, dark swarms streaked forth from these rifts, engulfing nearby creatures and transforming them into what we would come to call Darklings. The Darkling Ducks became our enemies. A peace came to an end on Aether. I read all of those words correctly.
You definitely did. So how dare you bring Darkwing into this? Man, I forgot about the existence of Darkwing.
Were you a Darkling Duck fan?
No, actually, I never watched it. I never watched.
I never did either, but I always thought it seemed really cool.
Yeah, he looks cool. I gotta give credit to like whoever. Why were duck cartoon designs just so good? Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, the Scrooge McDuck, who's just Donald Duck, honestly. Darkwing Duck, who's just kind of like, Detective Daffy Duck.
Did you ever play Duck? Was it DuckTales? I think it was DuckTales.
I never played DuckTales. I know a lot of people who grew up with DuckTales. Also DuckTales, but I mean, I guess that is Scrooge McDuck. But also, these fuckers can swim.
Yeah, they sure can.
They're
It's
actually
not a
kind
great
of
scene.
Yeah, they're actually kind of intimidating when they start swimming. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, they are hard
Please.
to fight underwater because you do not have a lot of mobility down there.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Yeah.
fucked.
Love these guys. That's a plant. You're plant stuck.
Mm-hmm. I was an industry plant.
Yes.
What?
I knew it. You just trying to get me hired on to be the new Blue's Clues show host.
I like that in your mind that's what an industry plant does, is like infiltrates the community to get community members into the industry.
No, it's the other way around. I know. I just don't. Apparently, like Steve had a real well, I mean, it's obviously not his name. His name isn't Steve. I don't know who played Steve. But the guy who played Steve, either the original one or at least one of them,
Get away from the water.
he was trying to get away from Blue's Clues, and apparently, like, he met some girl at like a party or something, and she was like, yeah, let's hang out or do something. And then apparently she like tricked him into like getting into a studio talk to try to convince him to come back for Blue's Clues or something. Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
That's really weird.
That's what I think of when I think of an industry plant.
Yeah, no kidding.
People.
That's a bizarre story.
Yeah. Yup.
People loved Steve, man.
Didn't we all? He's a good boy. But also, if it was not good for him, I want what's best for Steve, not Blue's Clues. I didn't realize that Blue's Clues was putting him under the fucking pressure pin. Under his
Pressure pin.
under his paws, I guess. 'Cause he's got paws.
They're blue.
Uh-huh.
Why am I doing this? I was like, oh, I should get some healing from this pot.
I do wonder what generation of Steve they're on now, though, because Steve is kind of like a Doctor Who situation.
Well, they
right?
rebooted it, didn't they? Because it's got
What?
like a
Did
different art
they?
style and everything.
Oh, fuck. Does it even have a human being with a cartoon dog? Is it all just consistent aesthetic? Because, I'll be honest, that was popular in the 90s, and I kind of love it because it was kind of a nightmare to be when you start thinking about it, how often that happened, and I don't think I've seen anything do it since.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what it looks like. I just remember seeing blue in a very different art style.
If I was gonna make a joke about how Steve is very much like a Doctor Who situation, where every time we lose a Steve, Steve actually just inhabits somebody else's body, is what he actually does.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he has to.
It's how he has to get back to the dog. He has to get back to the dog. Hey, Athena.
Hello.
We're talking about how Steve from Blue's Clues isn't so much a person as he's more like a metaphysical entity.
More like Blues Who, am I right?
I mean, he's the dog, Sean.
No, but like, because it's Doctor Who, but like blue. Alright.
No, it's the dog, Sean. Pay attention.
You brought your dog.
You brought your dog.
Yeah, get over
What?
here.
What?
I love, by the way, the little animation they have for shaking their water off of them. It's so good.
These enemies
Such a
have
good detail.
These enemies have a lot of personality to them for just being space dinosaurs. I love them. These. I mean, I'm also a little biased in that I grew up with Tremors 2, not Tremors 1, though I loved that movie, being my favorite Tremors movie. As an adult, Tremors 1 is absolutely my favorite movie, but Tremors 2 is...
Your favorite movie? Whoa, I
my
had no
favorite
idea.
Tremors movie, but it is one of my favorite movies. Dude, Tremors 1 is great, man. I fucking love that movie.
Steve is now an Asian model, and Blue is now stylized 3D construct.
Oh, they
and I
switched...
can't tell if you're joking, because that could be real.
Yeah, that not only could be real... Oh, I totally misread that. For some reason, I thought what Kirby was saying was Steve is now a two-dimensional representation, and blue is the 3D one now. And I'm like, what kind of hell is this?
That would be wild.
That would be fucking wild. I don't, because 3D animation is actually cheaper than 2D animation, and I kind of understand why. Don't get me wrong, I've been practicing more animation. 2D animation takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. Whereas
It's
3D
expensive.
animation, you could do the same thing in 3D, but you really don't need to.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. You gotta get up there. You gotta figure out how to get up there. But I think
What
you
a
did
fool I've
open.
been.
Yeah, I think you opened the gate up there. So now you should be able to get up there, I think. Maybe?
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that
wait.
gate's closed.
No, you didn't. Oh god, you have to go back and go through the portal shop.
Fuck's sake.
I swore
Well, there's a
you
portal
had
right
to-
here.
How did you pass that? Well, but the gate's gonna be closed on that side too, is the problem. 'Cause the gate's closed on both sides.
Sure, sure.
I mean, we all love 2D Blue. Sean, were you a Blue boy?
Yeah, I watched Blue's Clues.
Yeah, I think Blue's Clues too. Blue's Clues, Arthur. I remember Doug, but I don't think I really really consider myself one who grew up with Doug. Like, I think my brother watched more Doug than I did. Ooh, nice dog.
Thank you.
Good dog. And you said you were too eepy to play the game, making good maneuvers like that. But
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of that like Nickelodeon stuff. I watched more Cartoon Network.
for some reason I thought you were a Nick kid. What am I thinking
No,
of?
I didn't watch Nickelodeon basically at all.
I select shows on Nickelodeon, but I was a contrarian even in my youth. I thought that SpongeBob was just stupid for stupid's sake, and I didn't like it. It was Ed and Eddie that was the thinking man's dumb show.
Ed and Eddie was the premier intelligentsia.
It was the
part.
it was the stupid show for smart people, Sean. SpongeBob was the stupid show for stupid kids. Ed and Eddie was the stupid show for smart kids.
I didn't like. I had a similarly nonsensical reason for not liking SpongeBob, which is just my sister said it was bad, so I just never watched it. I was just like,
that's
yeah,
fair.
I believe you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the thing is, I actually think I would like SpongeBob now as an adult, because it's like super weird. And I think that's just really what I probably didn't like about it, was just it being really weird in an off-putting way. But I think I would actually like it now, or would have liked it if I was a little bit older. See, maybe it's just dependent on whoever grew up with which first. That said, Ed and Eddie still has an episode that I was obsessed with as a kid that is like one of my favorite cartoon episodes of anything I've ever seen, and that's the episode where Ed pretends that he's an alien. It's so fucking good, man. It's so good. It has so many layers to the bullshit that happens in it. I think my favorite detail is the fact that everyone is like bought into Ed, like, you know, being a monster, and except for Eddie, who can't help but laugh at the situation for how stupid everything is.
Oh, of course.
It's so fucking funny.
Eddie's whole thing is laughing at how dumb his own plans are.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, I feel like as a kid, like, I remembered watching that show and being like, you know, really enjoying, but always being like, at least understanding like the part of the point is that their plans never work. But upon like retrospective, there's a little bit of element of like even the kids kind of know, and they're just fucking around. The kids just fuck around in that show.
They're just playing.
Yeah.
That's why I liked Ed and Eddie's, because it was just like a bunch of goofuses hanging out.
Yeah, it was a bunch of goofuses hanging out, and also a good mix of kids actually being what kids are to each other, which is assholes. Actually, the kids are mean to each other too, and that's how it was, man. Kids are fucking brutal. Like, honestly, but also all the...
No, yeah,
Now,
I scanned this.
I'm sorry, Sean, it was the other way around.
You fucking asshole.
I'm sorry, Sean.
I would have never done. You just wasted so much of everyone's time by
God,
backseating.
you fucking... I'm just keeping you on your toes, Sean. Keeping you
Oh,
on your
thank
toes.
you. That's what I really need today.
Making sure that your brain is sharp. Your brain is sharp.
I gotta have a pointy brain.
Dude, after I finally finish, if I decide, which I might not, but if I decide to take a long show dive again, after I finish Deep Space Nine, which I am one fucking season away. Deep Space.
Also, I do want to just acknowledge quickly, yes, Courage the Cowardly Dog is the best.
Yes, I would love to just, like, do a dive on Courage the Cowardly Dog again, because Courage the Cowardly Dog is children's anthology horror, is what I realized. Like,
Absolutely.
I didn't even think it. I always knew it was like children's horror, but really, it goes one more step. It's anthology horror, which is kind of neat. Like I never thought about that. It's
I mean, any of those old, like,
I guess
the
technically
term anthology
Goosebumps.
is a little bit
Yeah.
of a, not misnomer exactly, but it's sort of, it implies something different than
Mm-hmm.
what we're actually dealing with.
Right.
What? Now you've got me confused.
Sean, now I do think I know something, and I can give you a hint. But you have to promise you won't be mad. You might not actually need to be in Torvus Bog right now, because this is the one of actually 2 times in the game that the game does not make it clear that you shouldn't be in Torvus Bog for 5 seconds.
Oh, I'm so mad
no,
at
there's
you.
There's a pipe here. There's a pipe here. What the fuck? Look,
What are you talking about?
there's a U. There's a U. There's a U right here.
Oh, this?
Yeah. You haven't done this, have you?
No.
Okay, never mind. Never mind, Sean. I lied. Now, Sean, what are you gonna be mad about? Which one? Which gaslighting?
I've about had it with you. I've about had it with this stream today.
The joke's on Sean. He said he was ready, and apparently the joke today is that I'm gonna fuck with Sean on accident.
This is you.
Yeah?
Nothing. Nothing.
Look at your little
What are you?
friends. Look at these little friends. Look at their little friends. This is a crocus. Toxic eating forager. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Athena. That's awesome. Heavily armored. Attack when it exposes its gills to damage it. The crocus thrives on toxins it extracts from its
God.
surroundings. It secretes an acidic trail in its wake as it roams in search of nourishment. The durable mollusk can be damaged when it exposes its toxic and absorbing gills. Few creatures can eat the shell. You don't like them? You don't like
He's so gross.
You don't like them?
I love
thought
how
you would-
gross he is.
I was gonna say, I thought you would love the crocus. Look at him. He's got
I
a
mean,
little...
I'm all about gross little guys.
I like that they have to like pull themselves along the ground. I like that they have a weird snoot. Hey, it's the spinner.
Spinner!
Yeah, we all know what that does. You ain't gotta read that shit. Now, Sean, that's not how that works.
What? Because I got zappied.
Now, Sean, that's
Can't
not
expect
how
me
it
to
works.
spin a spinner when I'm getting zappied.
Are you gonna fidget a... You know, I was gonna...
A spinner?
A spinner. That's the word. Yeah, that's the word. I was then gonna say another word that, when it like entered my mouth, I was like, okay, no, maybe not that word. That word felt bad on my tongue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't need to. It felt gross on my tongue, Sean. That's all you need to know. All you need to know is it felt gross on my tongue.
Okay.
It felt nasty, and I don't want to say. And I don't want to say it. Ooh, that's a fun room.
It's clearly a ballroom.
Uh-huh. I like
Get
how
it?
weirdly slanted it is. What?
Like
no.
for dancing? Ah,
Do you think that Samus, like, ever lets anyone, like... I can't really think of anything more creative than play with her ball, but I was really trying. I was really pulling, and nothing came up. Then playing with the balls. Nothing came up. Then playing with Samus's balls.
she's only got one. Don't make fun of her.
What about her shoulders, Sean? She's got 3.
Interesting. And if you count her head, then she has 4.
Kirby said it. Kirby said the word that felt gross on my tongue. Kirby
Really
can get
all
in
you were
trouble
concerned
now.
about?
Okay, fine. I don't know why. It just felt... I didn't want to say it. It just left a bad a bad flavor on my tongue. I was just
On
like,
your flavoritum.
yeah. Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah, I am an expert on what the
What-
kids are
what
calling
part of-
basically anything.
What part of the tongue is flavor of the flavor? What part of the flavoritum has umami? Where's that captured? By the way,
Yeah,
I thought umami was a joke
because it's called umami.
because it's called umami, and the only time I heard it was from the Funny Mackle Boys, and they said it in the funny way. So I was like, that's got to be fake. And then David said it has that umami flavor, and I was like, oh, nice McElroy fucking reference. He's like, what are you talking about? And of course, the guy who's a professional cook used the term correctly. So Sean, umami is a real word. Just thought I'd let everybody know. Umami is a real word. It's very silly to me, but it is a very real word.
I don't honestly know what umami is supposed to be. I always conflate it with savory.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be punchin' flavor.
Punchin? Or pungent?
Punchin'. Umami, which is also known as monosodium glutamate, is one of the basic 5 tastes including sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. That's 4? Not 5?
Yeah, umami is the 5th.
Oh. Umami means delicious savory taste in Japanese. And its taste
See?
is often
Savory.
described as meaty,
Fuck.
savory deliciousness that deepens flavor. You think Samus would enjoy being thrown? I mean, she
Can't
enjoys the
say it's
cannon.
one of the 5 primary types of flavor and then define it using another flavor word. It can't just be savory but better.
Well, that's the thing. They said sweet, sour, salty, bitter. I think umami is also just it's just savory. That's the 5th flavor. Umami is just the fancy
Oh
Japanese
yeah,
way.
I guess savory wasn't in that list.
Yeah.
Why is everyone so dumb?
I don't know, man, because really,
Are we
you
all
want-
out here talking about umami?
you have to understand that culinary artists
Did he
are
just die?
apparently.
Did you just kill himself?
What did you do,
Alright.
Sean? What did you do?
Cool.
How did you do that?
Dude just self-destructed while I wasn't even looking. I
That is-
promise it wasn't me. I didn't do it.
No wonder why they want to kill you so bad.
This is a
I
weird
mean-
looking thing.
Wouldn't you just don't you just eat a steak and feel like you've taken one straight to the chin? Come on, man. Am
That's
I
why
the
it's the
only one?
manliest meat. Oh,
I know there's something here. Oh,
I had to go. I've done this
well, you've done this in
on
the
the
Dark
other
World.
side.
Yeah. The only thing here, I see a spider ball track. Mayhaps can't be here yet. Mayhaps can't be here yet.
Mayhaps indeed. It sure doesn't seem like I can be here. Yeah, I officially broke it.
Uh-huh. You officially broke Sam.
Interesting
Brooks.
that it has nothing to say about this.
I mean, it's just another eyeball. This game really likes its eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
It's full of eyeballs. They're
You're
literally
just
eyes
full of
watching.
eyeballs.
We using what is a skull but a orb filled with eyeballs? A globe full of eyeballs. There we go.
Oh, I did want to briefly acknowledge not only would Samless.
Samless. Dude, Samless is my favorite store.
Samless's club.
Uh-huh.
Not only would Samus enjoy being thrown, Samus does enjoy being thrown in this game.
Yeah, she goes into cannons all the time. She gets shot out. It looks like a fun time. She absolutely annihilates everything in her way when it happens. Could be worse. Could say
You have run out of Sams, which,
say
if we're playing
Shamus.
Herzog's Spy, then that's a real problem for you.
Damn, Sean, we need to play that at some point. That game
Have we not played that on stream?
Nope. You showed it to me once. It looks actually pretty fucking rad. We need to do more Genesis games, honestly. The Genesis was a system that I always wanted when I was a kid, and I never had. And there's a lot of games on it. Well, not a lot. There's a non-zero number of games on it that I wanted to play. There's a quantity of games on the Sega Genesis that I always wanted to play.
Yeah, it was the inferior console to the SNES, and I say that as somebody who owned a Genesis and not a SNES. But there's a lot of pretty good stuff on the Genesis.
Sega consoles were never better, but they always had weird games on them. Like, I feel like that's one thing universally kind of appreciated and known about Sega games, Sega console games, is they weren't the tech-wise the best, but they always had weird shit on them.
They weren't where you went to play the good games. They were where you went to play the other games.
Yeah, the other games that were very strange, honestly. I actually don't know if there are any more half pipes.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, I just like did this whole thing and I didn't get anything out of that.
Yeah, that was a dead end.
Okay, I guess now I leave Torvis Bog.
Yeah.
Well, because what I was gonna say earlier when I was mad at you is that the only...
You're not mad at me anymore?
Well, don't push your luck. What I was gonna say earlier when I was mad at you is that the one thing I knew going into this stream, and that I told you was the one thing I knew, was the half pipe at the very beginning of this whole section of the game.
Oh yeah.
So I was just gonna backtrack until I got to that. And until you led me on this several wild goose chases.
Yeah, I dropped a goose in front of you on accident.
You laid a big old egg on front of me.
And I told you, look at the egg, look at the egg, look at the egg. And you were like, Isaac, it's a goose egg.
So it's like back all the way.
Yeah,
all
it's
the
like
way.
back up there. Then I believe there's also one in egg. I think there's like one or two in egg.
Egg.
Egg waste. Egg
Well,
waste.
that's a big load. That is a load-bearing door. Hello.
Uh-huh.
What?
You know what that is. That's the Sporb.
Oh, it's Sporb.
He's
I
not
forgot
out.
about Sporb.
You're too big for Sporb. Sporb only wants to eat small, round objects.
Egg.
What do you think Samus's least favorite sport is when people invite her over? Because they don't have the ball.
Over.
She knows
I mean,
that the only...
soccer's gotta be it, right? Like, it's just getting kicked the sport.
I was gonna say, I was like that, or football, she just takes offense to, because she's like, I'm not even the right ball shape. Yet they still want her to join to be the ball.
Yeah, you can play football with a round ball. It makes the passing less effective, but, you know, depending on the crowd, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
She at least appreciates when she's invited for rugby, because at least that's a blood sport.
That's fair.
I mean, football is a blood sport, but honestly, I will give rugby the stigma, the appreciated stigma. Yeah, I'm trying to. I always get this impression that
credit. Is that? Are you looking for the word credit?
Credit. I'm looking for the word credit. Thank you, Sean. That I always got the impression that rugby football is a blood sport of its own, and then rugby takes the blood sportness of football and ramps it up and makes it even more likely that you will sustain serious injuries.
Well, this is the weird thing about football, and one of the reasons why I don't really watch it anymore is because, like, football is a blood sport because it is ostensibly safe. Like, all of the things that make it safe to play football make it possible to play football in a way that is not safe. And as a result, it is just concussions of the sport.
Interesting. Give me an example. I'm curious where... So how does trying to make the sport safer make it actually...
Helmets. Helmets make it so that you can do very aggressive, hard-hitting tackles in football that you couldn't do in other sports. And it's just considered a normal part of the game. And it's just concussions the sport.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Same with pads. You couldn't... The, like, big-ass shoulder pads, you couldn't hit each other as hard as you do in football if you didn't have those big-ass shoulder pads, and that contributes, again, to head injuries.
Head injuries, bodily injuries. Yeah, I never thought about that the gear itself somehow contributes to not necessarily making the sport all that much safer, because all it does is make people hit each other harder.
Yup.
What a grand irony. I think we're gonna. You want to watch the? You know what? If you wanna, I'm down to watch the Big Bowl and see how the world handles the bowl
We're on
every
the opposite
year.
end of the year from the Big Bowl.
I know.
Big Bowl's not until February.
Big Bowl gonna be on its way here. So before you know it, we'll be starting our trek to the Big Bowl, Sean. That's all I'm just trying to say is I enjoyed watching the Big Bowl last
starts
year.
earlier and earlier every year. I need it to stop stepping on Halloweens the whole time.
I mean, it's a big bowl, man. They gotta get all of the salad and all the noodles.
How else are you gonna put all the candy if you don't have a big bowl?
Exactly. You remember when football, they had, like, the Robot Man? Do they still do that, you think? What is that whole deal with?
I think that people are probably not as, like, enthusiastic about robots these days.
You think? Is it because
Go for it. I want to know what you think.
I mean, is it because they are, omnipresent?
It is probably, I mean, first of all, the novelty of being able to do that is less new. Second of all, like, people are a little bit skeptical of, like, the ever-presence of CG in entertainment, so, like, it's not as endearing to have a CG football guy.
Yeah. The novelty definitely has worn off, I think, with a lot of stuff like that. Not that I would even really say that there was that much to begin with. Wait a second. You're, like, trapped here.
Yeah.
Maybe there was another you. Huh. It's like you opened that gate or something.
Huh.
Sean, don't worry, I'm confused too. I'm not sure.
I don't have green, right?
No, you don't. That's the super missile. You definitely don't have the super missile. I don't think.
Well, time to go exploring a little bit more.
Yes, you do. You were using it in the bucket boss fight. You do have the green missile.
Oh,
Fuck.
yeah.
God damn it.
I forgot I got the super missile. This is the problem with playing this kind of game. 1 2-hour session a week is that you just plumb forget stuff.
You fucking forget stuff. I mean, I forgot too.
Why am I doing it this way? I can't even do it this way.
Loser. You're a loser.
Thank you. Well, now I
Aw.
feel like a real goon, but as long as I'm here.
Yeah, because there were green doors that you straight up turned around on, didn't you?
Yeah, feel like a fool. I've been made a
Well,
fool of
I mean,
in front of everybody.
it's partly my fault. So, well,
Oh, this is fun.
nice.
No, do it again.
I
Yeah!
can't do. Yeah.
All right, I'm putting the controller down. This is the rest of the stream.
No fucking way. Realize you didn't roll into that second one. I thought.
Nope.
I thought you did that. I didn't know the game just fucking rolled you into it. Well, I hope everyone's doing well. Sean, what have you been up to?
Oh, I watched the first half of Kwaidan. I don't know how to pronounce Kwaidan. I think it's probably Kwaidan.
Is it about a Power Ranger supervillain?
No, but it is Japanese, which might be why you're getting that connection there.
Uh-huh.
No, it's an old classic Japanese anthology horror film. This is why I watched half of it, because it's 3 hours long, and I watched the first 2 out of 4 stories. Oh, Yellow Door. That I can't open.
Yeah, you can't do shit with that, Captain.
All right, back to this. I kid.
I really was like, well, okay. John does mandate that we have to do that for 2 hours every single time. I don't know why, guys. He said he wouldn't. He wouldn't be on the stream anymore unless he could do that for at least 5 minutes every single time we go in that room.
As Samus,
he wouldn't
to
sign
play around in ball.
He wouldn't sign the contract until I included that on it. It's very weird. It's the only thing he included too. No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
But yeah, Kwaidan is this like classic horror film. It's interesting because the history of horror films is fascinating to me a little bit, because horror as a genre was like pretty niche. Like, there were some well-regarded works of horror, but they were few and far between at that time. And in the film space, it took a long time for anyone to really figure out how to make the genre of horror as we understand it work. And so, you know, there's stuff like the original Nosferatu, which is pretty bad, but has some neat ideas.
I was gonna say, that's a shame. I always hear it like regarded as like foundational and like super interesting for that.
Because it came out in fucking 1929.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing like it, you know? Okay, this just gets me out. I don't need to do this. I'm going back.
Wait, don't you? You haven't seen the U yet. The U is on. You haven't like deviated at all. Yeah, you're trying to get to that room. I think you're trying to get to the elevator room. Yeah, you can see the U pipe on the map. See it there? I see it. Yeah, it's in front of the elevator. There it is. There's the pipe, the half pipe.
I have no idea what you're looking at.
Like the, like.
All right, fuck it, fine. As long as I'm here, I may as well do it.
I thought that's the one you were talking about.
Well, Did you forget like 5 seconds ago when we realized that I have the super missiles and don't need to be doing this?
Oh. Fuck, Sean. I thought you were wanting to go. Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
I'm gonna have to come all the way back here when this is done. You know what I mean? When I'm done with Torga's Bog, I have to come back this way.
Uh-huh. Anyways.
That was nothing.
Anyways. Age of Anxiety! Dude, I fucking... In time, the roar of a wounded planet subsided. The air, though fouled, was breathable. Light made its way through the dark veil over our world. Slowly, we ventured out from the shelters of our homes to see what remained of our paradise. What little comfort we gained by surviving was soon shattered, for when we looked outward, all we saw was devastation. Half of the planet's energy had vanished from the energy controllers. Aether became violently unstable as a result. Of the stellar object which struck our home, there was no sign.
No sign at all. Wait. So,
What?
just double checking that this is what I want to do. Yes, it is. But yeah, so Nosferatu is like foundational in the sense that there was nothing like it at the time, but it is not a good horror film. Oh, not this. Yeah, this just dumped me off back here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, look, green door.
Now I have this. I'm pretty sure this just leads me. I don't think that this is going to take me anywhere that I need to be, though.
Oh yeah, that just loops back around. It's just a shortcut. It's just a shortcut. It just gets you back around to this side.
But anyway, so like there was a bunch of horror films, and like there's the Universal classic monster movies, which are not really horror films in the sense that we think of the term, but totally would be today if they were to be made today. For example, there was a remake of The Invisible Man, which is nothing at all like the original The Invisible Man, but it is quite good.
Yeah, I think you've told me about that.
But both versions of The Invisible Man, by the way, are good. The original is great. The original is my favorite classic, Universal classic monster flick. And the like 2020 remake is excellent as well. But anyway, the like Universal classic monster movies weren't really horror movies in the sense that we would think of them. And then there was like Psycho in 1960, which is sort of the first like recognizable horror movie that works in any meaningful sense. And even a lot of people say it's more of like a thriller. So the whole idea of like a movie that's all about generating atmosphere and scaring or disturbing the audience was like not that much of a thing until like the late 60s and into the 70s.
Right.
And Qui-Gon in 64 was one of the pioneers that sort of innovated that style of filmmaking. And I watched the first two because like I said, it's an anthology film, so it's just 4 short stories. And I watched the first two, and I thought they were pretty decent. I didn't love them. I think that they're a little bit shallow, like they don't quite ramp enough for what I would like as a modern horror fan. The first one in particular felt like it ended very weirdly and abruptly. Like you spend the whole, it's like a 30-minute short film, and you spend 25 minutes just being like, and this guy left his wife to go make money, and then later he regretted
how horrifying.
And it's just like, it's very slow and dry and not a lot going on. And then it's gonna go in here for a moment of respite.
Oh, there's an elevator over there.
Yeah, that's where I need to be.
Yeah.
Let me just double check. There is a green door here that I need to open as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, you should be able to reach that room now because you opened that gate. So yeah, you've got a couple options.
Okay. But yeah, I think the first one was a little too slow and the ending was a little too silly for my taste, but it was okay. The second one I quite enjoyed though, mainly because it did this fascinating thing where there's a bunch of these like outdoor shots where the horizon was like a painted backdrop that they did a lot of like surreal, weird looking stuff with the painted backdrops. They
That's
were
cool.
like covered in eyes and like weird facial features in a way
It's
that like
cool.
it was really cool to look at, and also like somewhat thematically relevant to the sort of theme of the film. So
Hmm.
I pretty well enjoyed the second one.
That sounds cool. Oh my god, you atomized that guy.
Uh-huh.
Seemingly you erased his existence. Jesus.
I've deleted him from the time stream.
Hmm. But yeah, that does sound cool. So was it like much more of like a heady thing for that one, or like?
They're both kind of like psychological horror, honestly. They're both basically uh about like relationships in a way. So the first one is all about like, oh, you be grateful for what you have, because like if you know, if you throw it away, you might never be able to get it back, and mourning the time lost and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the second one is like the second one's more of a I fell.
Hell.
The second one's more of like an old school fairy tale, I would say.
Oh.
Um,
Probably really played to the weird, the real
yeah,
visuals then.
absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the second one.
Is this like a color movie or?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Which I think is also part of the reason that it's like that, because there's very much a lot of them like playing around with color. Like the whole intro to the entire collection is this like color ink drop thing. Like dropping ink into water. That serves no purpose really other than to be like, look at how pretty this is.
Look at
Which
all the
like,
little colors.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. I like stuff like that. Yeah, no,
Um,
I've. How did you hear about this too? By the way, just Google or just like a recommendation from like Reddit or something, or.
yeah, it's just like a classic film. It's a film that gets recommended a lot because it's, like I said, foundational to the genre of horror.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, wrong
Yeah,
button.
sure.
I
Yes.
I not been in this portal?
Oh, that one's a bit of a prank. I mean, you can go check it out, but you can't get to it.
Oh, okay.
That portal always bugged me. I was always like, I pass this portal every time, and yet I don't know how to get to it.
Okay.
I still, to this day, am kind of like, I don't remember if I ever got to that portal.
I need to go here.
I don't remember if I ever messed with that portal.
So I want to go right. Righto.
Right, though.
Actually, gonna go directly past the thing that I'm skipping.
Uh-huh. The thing that you were originally going, that maybe was the original goal?
The thing I'm supposed to be doing.
Maybe. I don't know. It could be anything down that elevator. Could be a dead end for all you know. Could be a dead end for all I know. Think I remember this game, Sean?
Clearly not.
I remember the Boost Ball Guardian. And trauma from it. And trauma from that experience, Sean. You think I want to remember this game?
You're the one who was making me play it, fool, so,
Yeah, so I don't have to
you
play
don't
the
get to
video
complain.
game.
Anyway, yeah, Qui-Gon's okay. I it doesn't quite reach the level of like later 60s horror films like Rosemary's Baby and Night of the Living Dead, but
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the first two. I did end up not watching the third because I was starting to not feel well, and also because I was like immediately disinterested in the beginning of the third one.
Oh no.
Nothing it did wrong. I was just like, this has been a very long and slow film, and I am not immediately interested in what they're setting up with this next segment, so I'm just gonna stop here for now.
That's fair. Especially if it's like really slow drawn out or just kind of like a vibe. Just a vibe.
Um, have you watched Rosemary's Baby?
I was about to say, I haven't seen Rosemary's Baby yet. I need
That
to.
film that's a good horror film.
Have you seen Rosemary's Baby? It's adorable.
She lost it.
She lost it.
She's been looking everywhere.
Seen a little girl about 9 years old?
Have you seen a little girl about 9 months old?
Uh-huh.
My baby.
My dog. My dog.
My dog. Peter. My doctor.
Doctor. That's just a doctor. Dude, why?
So what?
Why can't we have? We have vets. Why can't we have a dog who's also a doctor yet? When are dogs gonna be allowed to vote?
An amazing question.
Let them. They've got opinions.
They have things to say.
Henry won't shut up about them. Well, now you see, now this gate's gonna be open, and now you should be able to get into that weird room. Actually, I think you've technically been in that room. I think. I can't remember. I remember this part being kind of weird.
Oh.
I like the bog, but the structure is very strange. How do you feel being lost in the bog?
Bug.
Nice.
I didn't need to do that.
Oh? What's the hard? Yeah. I was gonna say, are you one of those people who, if you accidentally do the save, if you accidentally end up in a save, you're like, fuck it, I might as well?
Yeah, I mean, what am I gonna do? Say no? It doesn't take that long once I'm in there.
What am I gonna do? Decide not to and take the animation time it would have taken to save anyways?
Mm-hmm. Whee!
Yeah. Oh, I guess you have been in this part of the room. For some reason, I thought it would guess it was another part of the room. Oh no, you have been in this part of the room. Honestly, I don't know what the purpose of that gate is, other than to just kind of be a shortcut. Otherwise, there's the door. You could find out what's on the other side of the door.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
I know. Just don't want you to forget, because you seemed concerned.
Wow.
You seemed concerned. I didn't want you to be confused, Sean.
Hey, can somebody put up the no back seating banner?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Technically, there is a tag for no back seating. Sean, this is my channel. I can do whatever I want. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. It's too much power, Sean.
Oh, Milo. Oh, Milo.
He wants to play He wants to play Metal
Gear
Prime 2.
Prime.
Yeah. Why won't you let him play the video game? It's his turn. So Mom said it's his turn on the Xbox.
That all seems to just be a way to get back. So I'm skipping it.
Ah, this is something new. Got a key that honestly could, I think, very easily get to, honestly.
Yeah.
1 of 3 needed.
Also a red door and a white door. This is like a whole thing.
Uh-huh.
I definitely can't get there.
It was a valiant effort.
It seemed doable until I tried to do it.
Uh-huh. Perhaps you have to find another direction. The direction. Oh, hey, look, a save.
Well then.
Now all the saves are just popping out of the fucking woodworks. You went, like, a long time. You went, like, an hour without a save. It was getting kind of nutsy.
I never die.
Uh-huh. Never once.
Ah, sir.
It's come to
Come on
say
now.
hi.
Oh no, that
Don't
was
you-
rude.
Don't you know grape jelly is his favorite flavor, Sean? That's not gonna work on him. It's his favorite flavor. He finds it very, very tasty. There he goes.
Well, that's
How'd
a
you
cool effect when he dies.
I was gonna say, how'd you like that death animation? It's fucking wild. It's intense. It's fucking intense.
Why isn't it ever fucking... Oh, I didn't even see that door. Why isn't it ever fucking in houses? There's also a bubble up there.
It's the outdoor, because nature calls, Sean. Because nature
All the
calls.
wild. Oh, and one of these things.
Dude, there's a wormhole, which is not
Which
to be
is just a
confused
hole
with.
for worms.
I was gonna say not to be confused with a wormhole. This is just literally a hole that's covered in worms.
I like the eyeballs.
They're good. They're looking around. They're making sure everything is good. I actually think that's all you needed to do to be able to reach the key now. Nope, never mind. It doesn't quite go up that high. I thought it went up high enough. I was wrong, Sean.
Hey, where'd you go, bud?
You went down. It ran
No,
out of
where'd
juice.
you go for a second?
Where'd I go? Did I go somewhere?
Maybe I went somewhere.
Is my okay? Genuinely, has my microphone been okay? I get a little paranoid that my microphone is slowly losing its life, and that sometimes it just kind of fizzles out, which is concerning.
I mean, it's largely been fine, but one or the other of us did just disconnect from Discord for like 5 seconds.
Well, I didn't notice anything, so it's probably fine, Sean.
Ta-da!
I heard you. Wait, did you even like hear the sound and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Huh.
Hello.
What's this? There are these.
I'd have no keys for you.
Uh-huh.
2 keys required. But there's 3 locks. Do I have
only-
one of the keys then?
Yes, you have one of the keys. You do
Okay.
have one of the keys. You got one of the keys last time. I can confirm that for you.
Have to try.
Blah! This isn't a half pipe, Sean.
But it
think
looks
this-
slow. It looked fun.
You think this room looks like it would be skateboard friendly?
Absolutely.
What kind of
What's
rooms are
this?
you? What kind of rooms are you skating in, filled with so many jagged edges?
Look, as a skateboarder, you gotta take what you can get. It's all about off-roading.
It's all about the
Oh.
grind.
Ammo? Okay.
Well,
That's
you're full on
fine, I
ammo.
guess. That's... I guess that's good.
You'll need it later. I did used to dislike the ammo system purely on the merit that it made it hard to have full ammo on both white and purple once you shoot either of them.
Or
would
if
bug
you
me.
need to have exactly full ammo.
Uh-huh. I would always curse it. I would be like, this is not... No. Oh, that's nice.
I got a B tank.
You got a big tank.
Big Tank. Thank you, Big Tank.
John, what was your favorite episode of Courage? Because I'm trying to remember mine.
My favorite? I don't know. I mean, I remember. I remember a lot of like the cooked chicken running around. I don't remember. I want to say that episode was about UFOs or something.
Yeah, the alien chicken one actually scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. I found it super creepy, man. Something about what they did with that, like, chicken was really upsetting. Watching it get up and start walking around when it was cooked actually was visceral shit, man. That shit terrified me. Really gave you that feeling of, like, this is wrong. That was odd.
Fighting these things in general is odd.
Yeah, they're a pain. They're a pain.
Alright, I'm just gonna let you be. Yeah.
They're a pain ass. They're a pain ass.
They're a pain, comma, ass.
Uh-huh. There's that portal. Don't know how to get to it. Oh. My god, am I dumb?
Maybe.
Literally just go up?
Eh. Hi, sorry, I know how to do this.
I can't believe
I don't even need to do that, actually.
if you just had to jump up here, that'd be so dumb. Oh my god. John, I must have been the dumbest child in existence for not... How? How many times must I have walked past that as a child? I'm pretty sure I've never been in this room. Maybe I was in this room at one point, but I definitely don't remember ever getting inside of here. What the hell?
Time to find the deep secrets.
What was beyond this room? What was beyond that yonder door?
Favorite portal.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
missiles.
it was a missiles. It was a missiles.
So you weren't missiling much.
Yeah, both figuratively and actually, yeah. Both punnily and actually. Because
And that explains where this, you go through this tunnel a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And I always noticed the thing, so yeah, okay. Neat.
I like that as a secret. I like secrets like that it's like, how do I get in there?
Mhm.
How do I get in there? God, I need a standing desk. Sean, I need a standing desk when I do this. I need to get, like, one of those desks that I can... I assume that standing desks, you can shift them up and down, because God knows there are just times where I need to stand up, and one of those times is right now. I do not know why. I'm just like, oh my God. I need a coffee.
Is your body broken?
My body seems fine. It has all of the parts moving and functioning as far as I can tell.
Have you checked?
No. Still have all 10 of my fingers.
Oh, that's not good. That's not. You're not supposed to have that many.
Oh no. You're right. I forget. I always forget because whenever I visit, I see your clamp hands and I always get concerned, and then you remind me that those are just human hands. So.
Yeah, there's really no need to be so alarmed about it every time. It's frankly a little bit insulting.
What are clamps but just two really strong thumbs on your hand, on each hand?
Mm-hmm.
What are clamps but just really big, just two really, really tight thumbs?
Okay, so I don't think I can open purple or yellow at this point.
Mm-mm.
And I don't seem to be able to make that other jump.
Yeah, I
So, I
don't.
think I'm going to that elevator now. But hey, I know where the keys go.
There you go.
Uh,
You know what your goal is now. You know how to get there.
my goal is to make this jump.
This fucking Ing Hunter, man, will not get off. Will not stop riding your jorts, man. Also, how did it take that room that long to load?
It's probably loading multiple chunks of rooms. Sure, each individual room isn't its own discrete thing necessarily, which is why only sometimes it needs to load. Okay. I don't think I went through the door I meant to. Where am I?
Got me to go through this door? Guess not.
I really didn't. This is not a helpful place for me to be.
This is not where you want to be right now. No, this is on your way to the end of the temple. I mean, place. It's a temple. They call them temples. They're literally temples.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I mean, I mentioned this last time, but I do kind of really wonder what it would be like to have a link to the past, more open design, or at least tighter designed map. Or not tighter, opposite tighter, looser designed map with Metroid style navigation options. I think that would be cool. Dark Souls
Link to the Past gives you like a
yeah.
movement options sometimes.
I mean, that's why I wanna see more. I wanna see things iterate, Sean. I wanna see iteration. Damn it.
That's fair.
I wanna see things try things again. I don't ever want to just see something once. I want to see it again, but also like different. You know, like how things work.
Sure.
I don't want to see another God Hand because
Let's be honest, you do.
I mean, I do. But not because I just want to see another God Hand. There aren't games that have iterated on it that much, and it's a sin that more games haven't. The boy has been robbed.
Yeah, I mean, that is fair.
Shinji Mikami deserves every accolade for his... It's so weird for, like, all of the industry veterans that exist. I feel like Shinji Mikami is still somehow not as highly regarded as those people. I feel like he's not as well known as like Miyamoto and Kojima, and I'm sure there's a bunch of Western names that I could think of, but I can't think of any. I could think of one, John Carmack and John Romero. See, I could think of two actually, Sean. But yeah, I feel like Shinji Mikami has had such a like both largely successful and like strong presence that I feel like I'm surprised he isn't like a home name brand. It feels like he isn't.
Outside of Resident Evil, what like mainstream successes does he really have?
Goof Troop. I don't know. I feel like I need to look up this list again.
Not saying the man isn't great, I just certainly not on the level in terms of like fame and influence, certainly not on the level of a Miyamoto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Resident Evil, Dino Crisis. I didn't know that. I always forget about that. Hey, Sean!
Yeah?
Guess who did Onimusha?
Yeah?
God, I gotta play that fucking game now. He was an advisor. Okay, he was only an advisor, though. Resident Evil guy. Oh, wait, no, that's Resident Evil guy. Never mind. I thought that was Ninja Gaiden. What did you? Is it Ninja Gaiden Sigma?
Yeah.
You know, part of me was like, I hope I said that correctly. I don't want to be made fun of for just putting Sigma in something to try to like sound like I'm hip with the kids or something.
You are a Sigma male. That is fair.
Which I guess is a compliment.
I'm not even gonna try to broach the topic of whether that's a good or a bad thing. That's a whole bag of eggs that I don't want.
Oh my god, he was a general producer for Steel Battalion. Fuck! Sean, I gotta play that game. I have to play it, and I don't even think it's so much I have to play it with the peripheral for the novelty. I believe you have to play Steel Battalion with the peripheral. It's not an option. It's how you're supposed to play that game. Yeah, fair enough, Sean, though. He didn't really... Like, he worked on things that were extant.
Body has been heavily damaged by exposure to unknown chemicals, unable to determine cause of death.
Target corpse has taken heavy chemical damage. There are some similarities to digestive fluids found on several creatures. Some saying something may have tried to eat the corpse, yet was unable to finish. Quick, someone's coming. God, why can't I remember the name of that character? Whose severed head is it? God damn it.
Robert Mitchum.
Who the fuck is Robert Mitchum, by the way?
An old actor.
Oh. Is there some kind of, like, meta-textual joke behind him specifically picking that character, or is it just because he thought it would be funny?
I have absolutely no idea.
Ooh, welcome to this area. I love this area's
like the music.
Yeah. Well, you've been puffed. Oh my god.
That did a lot of damage.
Do not sit in the gaseous, noxious gases, Sean. It's not good for your skin.
Don't huff the puff.
But yeah, fair enough, Sean. He mainly did do just, like... Resident Evil is probably, yes, his, like, most well-known work. Like, that is what he was known for. Crazy, man. He's done so many, like... He's worked on Beautiful Joe. He was the director for Vanquish. God, I didn't know that, actually. Every time I revisit this list, there's something new, and I'm just like, he was in that game? He's just... the god of...
Hand,
the god of most high octane, high budget action games, and he isn't given enough credit, damn it. Now, will you be brave enough is the question.
Yeah, I just misunderstood the map, that's all.
Will he be brave enough is the real question. Time to take a swim. Oh, see, it's not even that deep, Sean.
Totally.
It's not even that deep, Sean. You have friends down here.
I'm so happy.
Aren't they cool?
Ooh. Some Subnautica shit.
You don't like them?
What?
You don't like them?
You're so defensive.
Yeah, I like these guys too. Box got some good stuff.
Well, yeah, obviously that's what I mean, Silex. For sure,
Yes.
for sure.
I do need to play Subnautica every time, like Metroid Prime Every time we talk about Metroid Prime to a certain extent, you always bring up Subnautica, and I know I would like it. I am a little sad that I don't think I could play it VR though. That game made me so fucking nauseous, and I still don't know if it's because of just the like one time that I tried it out, or if it's just that game will give me a headache sickness
I
from
mean,
moving.
it's fine because the VR implementation in that game sucks anyway.
Uh-huh.
It's the worst VR port, and mods do a little bit to fix it, but still it's still a game where you control your own human hands with an Xbox controller, and that I hate it.
Yeah.
Am I stupid?
But
There's a
I
door down.
do! Athena, I love the
Oh, I have to go
ocean.
in there.
I love the ocean. And before you say it, yeah, I know that the ocean is scary. That's why I like it.
Mhm.
No, I actually genuinely would love to see the ocean at some point in my life and even swim in it. And I know there are sharks in there. And that park I think is cool. I want to swim in it because there are sharks in there. Sharks are cool. I mean I like sharks. Sharks are cool creatures. I really think they're dope.
That
What?
didn't do what I hoped it would do.
What? You're up here now.
I am up here. I've been up here though. I need to go down.
Sharks do get a bad rap. I'd hug a shark. I'd pet a shark, dude. I know this is like old. This is old, like 20 2010s shit. But like, I loved Tsundere Shark. That shit I thought was both adorable and hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pet the shark. They're just big underwater sea puppies. Also, based on biology, they invented sex, so they have my respect. Yeah, I said it. They did. They figured it out first. Dude, it's the blog.
Log. Incredibly durable aquatic predator. Powerful, fast-moving water dweller. Outer hide is impervious. Heavy weapon hits will only aggravate it. Its mouth, however, is vulnerable to damage. The blog uses speed and agility to close in on prey. It will batter foes with a ramming attack, then use its three-tooth-filled maws to finish the job. Blogs have a weak spot inside their mouths. The rest of their bodies are covered with a thick, damage-resistant hide.
I do love their design. I also think, weirdly enough, I don't think it's an improvement per se, but I do think that to a certain extent somehow they like took a step back on a lot of the like literal writing but did a lot more with like environmental stuff in a lot of ways. I think the environment is way more detailed and thus has more environmental storytelling elements, as well as just having creatures that feel even more like appropriate to their nature, if that makes sense. Like they feel like something that would actually live there, not just a mob. Except for Preeds. What the fuck? I think we read these. I remembered reading these. Because they're the cyborgs. Yeah, you might actually have to come back here.
It feels like I need swim jump for sure.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
You might need swim jump. You mean you might need some kind of swim jump or swim apparatus? Right now, I think you've done everything actually in Tortoise Bog.
This fucking guy.
What? Ah.
What do you mean, what?
Ah.
You know exactly what you're doing.
No, I don't.
Starts with a B.
No, I don't. I don't know what I'm doing, Sean. Okay. Sorry, I'll bite my... What'd you call it? You no longer call it the tongue. The kids have a new term for it. The flavor strum? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, something like that.
Anybody ever think about how the tongue is really weird in that it's the closest thing to a human tentacle? Like, just as like a... On the level of like strength and prehensile dexterity, it's tentacle. Is it not?
You've been watching too much porn.
No, I haven't, Sean. Don't you dare call me out on that. I don't watch any more than I usually do.
It is the only muscle that's not attached to a bone.
Yeah, and it has full, complete, dex, you have full, complete
Go ahead.
dex...
I believe in you.
Dexterous control. It doesn't feel like the dexterity and dexterous do not feel like either of the right word. There's got to be another dex word.
Dextrose is I'm pretty sure a food additive, if that helps. It's a different word, I don't know if that helps you any.
No, dextrose is what they put into toothpaste, Sean.
Ah. Why do you know that?
I don't. I don't know what dextrose is. Here, we're gonna find out now.
You said it with such confidence, I just believed you.
Oh my god, Sean, you were right. Dextrose is a type of sugar that usually comes from corn or wheat.
Boom!
It's almost identical to glucose, the sugar found in the bloodstream. For that reason, it could be quickly used as a source of energy by the human body. Eat that dextrose, people. It's good for your blood.
It's super not.
It's super good. I put it straight into my veins every day. That's why I have low blood sugar.
It happened again. One of us is haunted.
What? What happened? Guys,
One or the other of us disconnected from Discord for like 1 second in the middle of that sentence. I'm scared.
connection seems fine. Listen, they said that they were going to do... my service provider did inform me that they were going to be doing some service work on the 7th between the hours of 12 and 6 a.m. So...
It is not...
Should be fine.
It is not between the hours of 12 and 6 a.m.
Chat, confirm or deny
Nor
for me.
is it the 7th.
Have I cut out at all? Chat, help. Let's help.
Well, the weird thing
diagnose
is you
this.
haven't really been cutting out.
Huh.
It's like a weird... It's weird.
Seems weird. Sean, yeah, it seems weird, Sean. You're not wrong. It's definitely weird.
Don't mind me, I'm just experiencing a haunting.
Ah, yes, my favorite. I haven't experienced a haunting semi-recently. Last time I experienced a haunting, I had a nightmare about it. I was dream ghosted.
You got dream warriored.
Uh-huh. It was spooky, man. There was a ghost. It was the ghost from Ghostwatch in that dream. It was upsetting.
Have you seen Nightmare on Elm Street 3? Dream Warriors?
Not 3. You did show me
Oh,
1,
man.
though, and that movie was a fucking treat. I loved that movie.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 1 is just like a great horror film. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is a great romp.
Nightmare on Elm Street 1 is simultaneously a great movie, and also its main antagonist is, for whatever reason, to me, has no right to be as scary as he is for how actually, like, much of a character he is. Like, he's such
he's
a
a goober.
goofball, but he's actually scary. Like, everything that happens around it is fucking terrifying. Oh no! In the visible or current in the current visible space-time continuum. Shit.
I'm assuming it opens if I kill this man. It's not
Mm,
normally how Metroid works, but it's such an established video game convention. What is this?
I'll never tell.
This
That's
is
a
a bad
square.
hole. I don't like the square hole.
I was gonna say, I was like, this is clearly not a morph ball hole. It's square shaped, not circle shaped.
Yeah, I don't like
Ooh.
that I am the round peg in a square hole.
I don't remember. Did you ever scan the laser beams? I don't think you have. I think we've seen these
Um,
before. Corrupted Sentry Eye. Darkling possessed armed monitor system. Used by the Ing to protect key areas. Can be stunned by most weapons. Charged light energy will destroy the target. The Sentry Eyes were designed by the Lumina to protect their camps on Dark Aether. The Ing learned how to possess them and turn them on their former masters. Many still remain throughout Dark Aether, now serving the Ing as they served the Luminoth before them. Most weapon types will stun the Sentry Eye. Only charged light energy will destroy them.
you feel enlightened.
I don't know, do you? I just wanted to share. I just
Share
wanted
with
to
the
share.
class.
I just wanted you to read about the funny little laser eyes. I thought you would have liked that.
Boom.
Big shoot. Big shit. I
They
think
call me
this,
big shit.
I think this room is actually got something in it, but I think it's actually a dead end.
Don't you dare speak to me.
What have I said? What have I done? What have I done to deserve your ire? What have I done now?
I need a soundboard or some kind of hotkey I can press to get the backseat banner
Back
up.
the back seat butt.
Mm-hmm.
Just get like a little hammer that bonks me on the head every time I really do anything, including back seating. Can also double as the horny hammer to bonk me anytime I'm unnecessarily horny. Unnecessarily?
Unnecessarily.
You knew what I meant. You knew what I
See that
meant.
sick fucking play?
Uh-huh. Fucking boozled him.
He thought
Now,
he had the jump on me, but I had the jump on him.
that was on him for just
Yeah, he
standing
did just walk into that one. That
in the
one I
bubble.
can't take credit for.
That one he was just didn't even mind being in the bubble.
The joke is he loves the bubble.
He loves the bubble. He likes the light on his skin. He was different, you know? He was
He's
like,
not like the other Aang.
uh-huh. He likes the bubble. He doesn't understand why they all hate the bubble so much. Clearly it's so good for it cleans his flesh straight off. Now that guy
All right.
just walked into the bubble. He also walked into the bubble. Don't you notice, Sean?
I feel
the
like
bubble...
I'm doing something wrong.
I was gonna say, I was like, don't you notice? The bubble's different. That's actually something I think is really cool, is how the bubbles react to the different beams.
hmm
You get a super bubble. You hit it with the light button.
But
Button.
whoa,
That was odd. That's not
I learned
normal.
a secret technique.
I don't even know what you did to do that. Hmm.
All right, well, it's another tentacle door. That's
Another
not.
tentacle go. Another tentacle door, not tentacle gore. Another tentacle door.
Tentacle gore is a move that a D&D monster would have.
Yeah. Just a spiky tentacle that wraps around somebody and twists. Ugh. Hate that. I don't like it, I do not. Wow, that eyeball really wanted to go for you.
He didn't know what he wanted.
He really wanted to shoot small herbaceous objects. Small herbaceous objects. Small herbaceous objects is the title of my new album. That's an interesting detail, yeah. For some whatever reason, they seemingly take more damage when you just machine gun fire into their face. Nope. It's unknowable, Sean. Well,
it's okay, I fixed it.
Okay, they're dumb. It's okay, it's idiot. I do find it silly how often the ing just kind of float into light as though if
they're
it's
not
no
used
problem.
to these being here.
Uh-huh.
They don't even know what to do about it.
I don't know if you know what to do about it, because I don't know if this guy knows what to do about anything that's going on. Wow, what a jerk. Yeah, these guys are awkwardly difficult. They're really weird, and it's hard to really judge, like, if you're it's hard to know whether or not you're fighting them correctly, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, he did big spin.
Blah, 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 blah.
Dislikes bright light.
Nope. No clues whatsoever. Okay.
Just kind of shoot them until they die.
They seem to dodge your shots so often.
Uh-huh. There you go.
Hey, there, finally.
You shoot them with the power of the sun, and they go, I didn't like that. Not present in the visual spectrum or the current space-time.
Is that its way of telling me that I need the X-ray goggles?
Maybe. How do you like this tower made out of worms? Or
I kind
intestines?
of love it.
Yeah. It's neat. It's how the ing that's how they do their thing, man. Whoa.
Yeah.
That is a cool
Very
visual
cool.
though. Yeah. That's a dope visual. I've never looked up at that.
Whee!
A lot of people complain that this game is really dull, and I'm just like, I don't know. I think it's got a muted color scheme maybe, but I don't think it's dull.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of very cool visuals.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem mud colored to me. I mean, there's a lot of purple and a lot of black in the dark world, but it's like the dark world, it's gonna be black, dark and gross, and all the colors are gonna feel like it's been coated in a spectrum of grape jam. Like, I don't know. Seems in keeping with the visuals to me. Now to search for something.
Someone.
Now to search for someone.
Is the right way? No.
Which way are you headed? What art thou to look for?
Well, I need to go. a good question, actually.
It's this game just the Elden Ring just ripped off this game. This game's in a big ring too. This game's just full of rings. Have you played the DLC yet at all? I've played a little bit of it.
I played a couple hours of it. It seems really good. I'm so burnt out on that kind of game right now.
Yep.
I really, really like the boss designs, though. I've fought 2 major bosses so far, and they were both fantastic.
The only thing I've seen is the big torch man, and I have the bear claws, which are very silly.
Big Torch Man is neat. He is just an area hazard, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. But I haven't seen much else yet. We fought a dragon man. I'm going to try to get into whatever dragon man exists in that game, which I guess I now have access to, which is neat, but it never occurred to me that base Elden Ring didn't have a dragon transformation. It feels like the kind of game that like, if I hadn't looked into it, I just assumed it would have had one, because look at the game. It feels like it needs to have a dragon transformation.
There's no dragon cult, though.
Isn't there? I mean, there are people who are worshipping dragons in that game, even in the base game.
Are there?
Pretty sure.
Where?
Let me think. What about the big dragon in the city? What about him? Don't they like him? They all like him,
In
right?
the city?
Yeah, in the capital. There's the dragon underneath the capital too. That seems like it's something that's people are like and are upset that is dead. I'm curious. What are you looking for? Well, there's that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was looking for green doors. There are surprisingly few that I haven't already found yet. Okay, so there's a couple here in Dark World. It feels wrong to go all the way back here, though. But this is the only unopened door in this whole Dark World, so that actually makes it feel like this would be a reasonable next place to go. But there's yellow in Light World. And purple.
I also think there is maybe a half pipe somewhere in Aegon, I think.
What do you think? You think it's a waste of time to go all the way back to Aegon?
Nah. Hey, progress is progress. Go to the thing that will take you to at least something that you know you can open now. I think that's still better than anything that you could do on this side. Because I can't think of anywhere else you can go in Torvus Bog. I think you've hit all the doors, pretty much, that you can get to.
We'll see about that. It does feel very weird with the structure of this game to be going back to the first temple. That feels really bizarre.
I mean, it is both, like, I think it was them not really knowing exactly how they wanted to, like, guide the player, especially because it was, like, halfway through the game's, like, progression and, like, being in the middle of the temple. They at some point were like, wait a second, this is a Metroid game. People need to go explore other areas. There are areas that we blocked off in the first area. We just have them go there. And it's like, but you've done such a good job of making it clear that each area is like sectioned. So yeah, it is very weird that it's not organic. It feels inorganic. I think that is something to criticize. To be like,
I
well, I
want
guess
that.
I'll go check over there because I think I've done everything over here, and there is stuff over there, but I've already been there and thought I got everything I could out of it.
Didn't the first game have some way of indicating where a level exit goes, or is that not something that neither game has?
I
On
don't
the
think
map,
that's
I
some.
mean.
No. That was not something in the first game. The only time it showed you where an elevator goes is if the elevator was within the area. Like it'll give you a little colored
Yeah.
icon. That's something that I've never liked. Is you just have to input whichever east versus north versus whatever is when you don't even have a compass rose. You just have to kind of. I think this at least is like sectioned in a way that you really only have one entrance or exit into any given area for a while, so you can't really get lost that way, but it definitely is an issue for that, yes. But starting off, I think there are a couple of elevators you unlock later on that intersect between between areas, but for the most part, your accesses are always back to the Great Temple, which keeps that confusion, I think, from happening, because there's only one way to Aegon right now.
And it's
And
up
it's
this
through
tree.
and it's up this tree, and it's up this butt. You want to see the Aegon wastes? Check inside there, buddy. Dry, dusty, and full of worms.
We're just
Awful.
full of worms.
I am just full of worms. The worms inside my brain have been pretty tame recently, honestly. The brain worms have not been doing too bad. They haven't told me anything bad recently. They've actually been in rather good mood. I find it fascinating.
I feel like I was just thinking about brainworms.
Any particular reason, or are you just thinking about brain worms?
Well, that's what I'm trying to remember, because I remember I was thinking about somebody just ignoring the brainworms. I can't
Wasn't
remember
me,
why.
was it?
No, you listen to the brainworms for sure.
Oh yeah, no, we converse regularly. In fact, I would say we have a very healthy relationship. We communicate. Brainworms and I get along quite well. We understand each other. We have a truce. I'm curious what this was. What that was for.
Nothing.
There you go. Yeah, I feel like I have fairly amicable conversations with the brain worms on a regular basis, personally. Though I will say the brain worms are clearly doing a lot more of the operating right now. And I'm not going to say it's for the better. I don't think it is.
We are piloted by worms.
Uh-huh. I mean, what is bacteria?
What is a man?
But a miserable pile of worms.
Boy, this is nostalgic. This is how
Absolutely.
long this is how long this playthrough takes. I feel nostalgic for this area as though it's something that I've not been to in months.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's just got such a striking vibe to it, too.
I never opened that. It seems so weird to
Oh,
me.
it's behind a gate, that's why.
Yeah, no, I know it's behind a gate. It's just weird to me that I never opened that gate. Oh, I opened it from the other side. I see. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess first thing
Green
first, I
door
go open
there.
that door at the very north end. That's a straight shot, so that's easy enough.
Is that north? How do you know that's north? There's not a compass rose.
Because I had it facing up.
Uh, north
I
is
just
up.
decided.
North is whatever direction you want up to be, guys.
Mhm.
That is for certain. You know, if you don't know which way north is, you just look up and go, oh yeah, that way. Or you get out your magnet.
Samus really should have a magnet.
I mean, well, why should she have a magnet? Why shouldn't she have a magnet? I guess is
You
more of
really
my
grappled with
question.
that thought.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I'd assume she does. She probably can like magnet boot to walls and stuff. Man, magnet boots is like one of my favorite. Like,
Enzium.
it's one of my favorite like mechanism gear things is magnetic boots. I think it's the coolest shit, man.
Oh.
It'll be so important for when we go into space. You don't fly off of ships and shit. No, I think it's really cool. I always liked the detail in Dead Space where you have like magnet boots and you have to like your character model physically has to step in a way that makes it look like, you know, his feet are like stuck to the surface. So every time he has to pick up his foot, he has to like really put some energy behind it to get his foot off of a surface because it straps him to it.
Did you ever play Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah. Played Ratchet and Clank 3.
I think one of them Ratchet and Clank games has magnet boots in it.
Those magnet boots or magnet gun.
Definitely has a magnet gun, for sure.
I find it Insomniac such a weird thing because they were just kind of known as the gun guys at one point of like when they make a gun game it's got weird guns in it because of like Ratchet and Clank and honestly because what the fuck is that other weird game, that PlayStation 1 game
I
that
mean,
you
I don't
played?
think anybody had any. I don't think anybody's opinion of Insomniac was affected by Disruptor,
That's fair.
but also I love Disruptor. It's
what is
janky, but it is beautiful.
what is the like the last thing Insomniac did? I feel like I haven't heard
Spider-Man.
from them. Oh yeah, they are the Spider-Man guys now, aren't they?
They sure are.
Hey, they made a Ratchet and Clank reboot relatively recently
Yeah.
that didn't really seem to interest me because unfortunately I'm an edgy boy and I liked the edgy humor. And it just looks like a Disney game now and I'm like, I'm sorry, I kind of liked that Ratchet was a bit of a dipshit and a bit crass. Like he was he was a little bit the like in between of or like a lighter, more appropriate but still kind of inappropriate version of like of Conquer, you know? Like it was just meant for teens to be a bunch of goofballs. Oh look! Look at them, they're adorable! They're babies. You love them? Look at them! They're little guys!
Infant Talon Metroid. Genetically engineered energy parasite. Ramming attack will do minor damage. Exposure to Phazon will mutate them into a deadly version.
Oh.
The space pirates used infant Talon Metroids as a portable energy source.
A
Small
little
in size,
battery.
they're easy to transport in large quantities. They are docile, efficient organic batteries until they are exposed to Phazon. At that point, they grow rapidly and acquire their full array of powers.
I mean, they don't really have that many powers. I don't know if you could really
What,
call being
Metroids?
able to drain the life force out of somebody a wide suite of powers. That's one power. I don't I don't consider being able to physically grab and attach things a power necessarily, which they seemingly can't do. I wouldn't say my hands are a power, Sean.
I mean,
Would
the thumb
you?
is the. How did I mess this up? The thumb is the superpower of the human race.
I've always found that to be hokey. I don't know. I'm just like, lots of raccoons have thumbs. They do. Just saying.
Yeah. And look how great they're doing.
That's true. They could manipulate a lot of things. They manipulate me all the time. Goddamn raccoons. I don't know how they keep on getting away with so much, but they just are really good at convincing me about things.
Yeah,
like about the
because of
fact
those
that
thumbs, man.
because of them fucking thumbs, man. They keep on beating me at Smash. It's just not fucking fair. Ooh. Oh god, I forget that you... Oh, well, it's not that bad. I remember. They still... Well, he's dead. Vaporized. I forgot that when you pull it up, it still keeps them the way that you left them.
Yes, it's very... It's not nearly as bad as it looks when you first come back into this room.
It's very odd, though. It's a very strange, thing. It's just a very weird thing that they have you do that. Pop.
Pop goes the Metroid.
They're very satisfying to shoot.
Very satisfying to do.
Uh-huh. Boot boot. Now, can you get up there? I think you can get up there. I think you can.
Boy.
Or is this a puzzle?
Yeah, I could probably make that. I don't know how I get up to the... Actually,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I can make that.
Because there's like spider ball stuff, but...
Can I scan this from here?
Can.
Oh, whoops. Wrong one.
Oh, wait. Maybe not. No, I don't think you can. I think I remember this specifically being that you have to scan it from the opposite side for it to register as something that you could scan. Probably with this purpose in mind to prevent you from being able to fuck with this.
Yeah, because then you could just get on it and then scan it to go up directly.
Yep.
Because I can't, like...
Because there are spider ball things, but I don't even know how you reach those spider ball things.
Bonked my head.
You can't just jump from that middle section from there? No? It's too short, too tall, too short?
It feels too short.
Yep, too short. Yeah, and you can't, like, go around that way. Fuck.
It's tantalizingly close, but it certainly feels like I'm not supposed to do it.
Right. Yeah, it's, like, just barely out of reach.
Okay, well.
Well, shit. Well, shite. There's always the dark world.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm headed.
It's always Dark Zone. John, what's your favorite shark? What's your favorite? Do you like sharks? What's your favorite shark?
I think hammerheads are funny.
They're good. I do like hammerheads. I always forget. There's like some animals that I forget actually exist that look like that. Like I'm just like sometimes I forget about seahorses. and that they're real creatures. That it's just like, to me, a seahorse is just fish forgot that it was a fish at some point and then couldn't remember how to be a fish again and just said, well, I guess I'm this now. I'm whatever this thing is now. Because it's not even really an eel. It's just a thing.
No, and it doesn't really look like it should be able to move.
Yeah. I've always loved sea dragons, though. They look so fucking cool. Regal and scary. They look like ghosts, too. They're very strange.
I don't think I've seen a sea dragon. Sounds like a Pokemon.
I mean, there is a Pokemon based on it. They're weird. They're weird little guys. They're the one. They're the kind of like seahorse that also looks like seaweed. They look like a bunch of like just a pile of seaweed is what they look like, honestly. They look super cool. They look actually more like a fish than a seahorse does. But, well, this was a shortcut, apparently. Okay.
Great.
I mean, that's a good thing in a certain sense. Get over here now.
Okay, well, Aegon Wastes was a waste of my time.
Trying to remember. I thought there was one half pipe in here somewhere. Maybe? Can't remember
where it could
where.
Pretty much been through everything.
Is it right there?
Where? This?
Down. Up. Like, there's that save, and then there's the tube, and then it's where that portal is. Yeah, that one. That half pipe? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I can check it out, but...
But otherwise, I don't know what else that would be, so...
Eh.
Yeah, I'm not sure... I'm not sure where to go. I'm like racking my brain, and I'm like, where the fuck do you go? Where the fuck do you go? I do remember this part being a little confusing. Also, when I was a kid. It's like, you have to go somewhere. You got them all over you. Get off. Now, what do you think? Why do you think they like give up trying to absorb your body? Because clearly he's like trying to get inside your skin. You think the suit's just too dense? Think he doesn't like the flavor
I think
of it?
he can't get in, and then Samus is just like saying all kind of mean stuff, and he just gets demoralized.
I think it's the magnets. Is that what the magnets are? You think the magnets keep him out?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad you're on board with that.
They seem like they would hate magnets.
Trying to think. I mean, like, would a magnet? Not a magnet. I was like, not magnets. What's the natural opposite or enemy of a of jam? What's the natural enemy of jam?
Um, humans.
Oh. Yeah, that seems about right. Well, there was a half pipe here, but... I think I know. Yeah. I mean, it is missiles. And then there's a yeah, there's a purple door that you can't reach. Great. Well, you can reach it, but I don't know what else would be in this room other than to get to the portal to get to that missile upgrade.
I hit the staff.
Well, there's a ledge. The ledge blocking it.
I know. I was hoping that I could do some shenanigans, but I don't think I can.
Try to boost ball up and around it.
Yeah, I felt like I sort of had something going there for a second and I couldn't replicate it.
Mm-hmm. Ow. That guy kicked you or something. I don't know why you flew out like that.
Mm.
Ugh. God, I hope my phone is fixed tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just still what? -1 years. Why did they send my phone parts back to -1? Maybe Jesus doesn't need my phone parts, does he?
I mean, it would be useful.
Would it? They're the parts. He doesn't have the phone. It's just the pieces.
Yeah, but it's the kind of like, oh, this is the technology that we uncovered that is we're gonna retrofit and figure out how to do thing.
Yeah?
What room were you wanting me to go to? Was it literally this one?
That one, yeah. The one right next to it.
I mean, it do got a half pipe. You're right, at least about that much.
It is Tony Hawk's favorite shape. You think Tony Hawk like sees a half pipe now and just vomits as soon as he sees one?
Out of disgust?
Yeah. Disgust, dread, regret, longing. Pain.
Nah, I think Tony Hawk is like...
Impunity.
Impunity?
Yeah. He looks at it with impunity.
I mean, he does look at it with impunity, but I don't know why that would make him vomit.
Now to find out how stupid the thing I was that I said. Exemption from punishment or freedom from the injurious consequences of an action. So in a certain sense, it is applicable. He no longer has to pain himself.
Well, that's my point, is I don't know why that would make him vomit.
Listen, haven't you ever regretted freedom, Sean? He's no longer bound to that U-shaped pipe. Well, I guess it's not U-shaped, it's just half a pipe.
I wonder how Shaun White fucked up his branding.
Wasn't he was snowboards, right?
He was both.
Oh, he was?
That was what was so wild about Shaun White, is that he was a gold medalist at snowboarding and skateboarding.
I forget that skateboarding was officially inducted into the Olympics at one point. I forget that even fucking happened. Who let that happen? Someone cool, I'm guessing.
What the fuck?
Didn't
Did
you
I
get
not save
this?
getting this? I thought I got it.
Thought you got it too. Well, there you have it, folks. I remembered seeing you get it twice.
I must have not saved the second time.
I guess not, yeah.
That's really weird.
What if it's just there every time? What if it just returns
infinite
every
missile
time?
upgrade.
No, you're just you're mysteriously missing 5 missiles every single time you reload.
Ah. It's like a Resident Evil style. You gotta use your missiles as a consumable to save and load.
That's why that, and it chooses which missile at random.
Come on, guys, I don't want to fight you.
Listen, they want to kill, man. They're violent folks. Don't you know this about the space pirates?
I do.
Are you happy that the kids are gone, you little turd? Oh, I turned your ear inside out, my bad.
Yay! We love
What?
an inside out ear.
It's... he doesn't seem bothered by it when it happens. He just looks... like he looks like he has a bad hair day.
Oh, I needed to go the other way anyway. Duh.
You trying to find the exit?
I forgot that it's tucked around this little corner.
To that little passage. Oh, do you like the little eye? I never noticed the little eye before.
The little eye?
Yeah, look at the tunnel.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Enter my eyes. That's romantic to say, right?
Touch my eye.
Touch my eyes. Embody your passion. That's romantic, right? What do you say on the first date, Sean? No right answers.
Look at my guinea pig.
I mean, that could work with some people. Some people really like guinea pigs, Sean.
Yeah, but why do you have it with you?
He's your fucking wingman, man. That's why you have him.
He's hanging out on your shoulder.
He's there to help. Yeah. He's there to help with the babes, you know what I mean? God.
Blech.
Yeah. Talk like that. You're right. I have no idea, by the way. I have no idea what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm thinking I go back to the... I'm thinking my instinct was right all along, and I didn't need to leave. My instinct that it would be weird to have to go back to the other thing is correct, and that I didn't need to do that.
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm just trying to give you suggestions based on how I would play the game.
Uh-huh.
I just don't know where you would go exactly. Feels like you need to go down there, but it feels like every time you try to jump down, Waterworks fucked with you, and there's not anywhere to...
I don't understand how to get down to this bottom thing, is my thing, too. There's like a door there.
There is a door there.
And that was my thing, is that I was like trying to get to that door, but it didn't seem accessible. But I must have just missed the access point.
Yeah, try that again. It turns out you had to go to Tumblr all along.
Tumblr?
because it's full of logs.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
Man, I haven't been to Tumblr in such a long time. I don't even know what happens there anymore. Oh, hi, friend.
This is not where I meant to go.
This is not where you probably want to be. Probably not.
Doesn't seem helpful.
Why does my cat wish to be... Well... Hey, Sean.
I'm glad that cutscene plays every time you do that.
Oh, fuck! I forgot about this. The big man. I don't know why
Hello?
this guy is bigger. You think... who do you think this is? Why do you think that... Because these are all just people. Why is he so tall? Oh, he's dead.
That was weird.
I like stuff like that, though. That's fun.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like the game being like, hey, we noticed you're wandering around randomly.
Uh-huh. Here's something.
Have this.
Have this.
Oh, that's what he is.
Yeah. Now, why... That's what I was saying is, like, do you... It wasn't like he was possessed before you got down there. He was just a big guy. Was that LeBron? Did you just fucking kill LeBron James?
Well, I'm sorry, but the evil juice got to him. It was just like in Space Jam.
He did get the grape juice into
This
his
does wrap
veins.
around at some point, right? I'm not wasting everybody's time.
Yes. You're going the right way. What's funny is you're going the way that you had just left out of, thinking, I don't need to be down here.
Yeah, I didn't mean to come right back. Oh well.
Samus just wanted to go down the hole. You just wanted to go down the hole. I don't blame you. You were curious. And look, you were rewarded for your curiosity. Why are you upset about that, Sean?
I mean, I didn't say I was upset.
No, there is a hole to... There is a thing to bomb. And here, what secrets lie in this place?
Probably missiles.
Yeah, it was missiles.
I know this game. I know this franchise.
Uh-huh.
I mean...
I do wonder how, like, an iteration of a Metroidvania would work, where instead of finding just like a flat upgrade, you had to keep track of, like, different weapon stations and stuff. That actually has kind of existed in a Metroid game. In Metroid 2, you actually have to manage where certain beams are, so that way you could decide when you needed to go find the ice beam versus when you needed something like the wave beam. That's actually kind of a neat concept that they never revisited, and I actually think would work in these games if they ever did it again. But instead, they just give you the beams on top of each other instead of having to manage them ever.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder how you would feel about Metroid 2. It's a very fascinating game. It's weirdly the Metroid game that made Metroid games, because Metroid 1 really isn't Metroid in most ways. Just in some ways, in my opinion. It, like, has the blueprint for Super Metroid, but it really isn't a Metroid game. It's just a really hard action platformer. with exploration in it. Yeah. I mean... You literally had a tactic where you could die to leave areas faster. That's not Metroid game design. That's just old video game design. In a lot of ways, exploration was more or less a byproduct of Metroid. Not so much what I would interpret as like a primary feature necessarily. Would you?
I haven't played that much of Metroid 1.
Well, I think it's a byproduct. I think it's literal refuse.
This takes me there, but I'm pretty... Yeah, I don't want to go up there.
Yeah. You're going the right way. You're going the right way. There's a lot of bugs out here now.
Love these bugs.
Love these bugs. The sleepy boy is in my lap now. Kept on messing with his paws, and his only response was to lick me.
It's a good response.
I always like what I do end up doing to my cat interactions, which is, if you hate it so much, why do you keep on doing things that make it clear that you don't hate it? Things like, I don't know, kneading the air. Like, whenever a cat flexes his hands, I always see that as a sign of like, yeah, I'm not mad. I'm comfy.
For sure.
Huh? Get the slow blink time. Oh, hey, look. Look at this. You found secrets. Oh, God. Okay, now this is consistent. Yeah, usually around 10 o'clock, the audio gets funky fuzzy. So weird.
Well,
Disconnecting.
get out of my house.
I'm out of your house. Let me back into your house. So weird, man. I don't understand. Let me back into your house. I don't know why I was waiting. It's on me to get into your house. I have
It
to...
is, in fact.
Uh-huh. It's like me stepping outside of your house and then sitting and being like... And like sitting in my car and being like, man, Sean hasn't let me back at his house yet.
Amidst this turmoil, we discovered many disturbing anomalies. Spatial disturbances appeared across the land. Objects went into a state of dimensional flux, their atoms divided between Aether and somewhere else. There was little time to ponder these strange happenings, for we had to deal with the devastation of our lands.
It's a really weird... If there's one thing that I want to criticize about how, like, the main lore is being handled, is for a game that put so much effort into its environmental storytelling, I do think that a mistake they made was, for whatever reason, feeling obligated to explain what's happening? Instead of actually doing what the first game did well, which is, like, just being able to make lore about talking about a race of aliens. Because that's what the first game did so well with the Chozo and the Space Pirates is it was about lore. It was actually lore about those creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this is just kind of like...
I mean, this suffers very much from the Wii game, from the Wii remake problem of, like, all of the text is overly literal and, like, overly direct about just being, like, explicit explanations of the main plot and objectives.
When, in a lot of ways, it's like, this game even does a even better job with a lot of its, like, subtextual environmental storytelling of really giving you this feeling of, like, oh yeah, like, the Luminoth used to live here, but it's, like, very different than the way that they had it before, right? Like, even more so, this game has less of a level video gamey feel to it and a much more naturalistic environment design that feels like the level design was... The environment design was put to make it feel like a place that you can inhabit and not just a bunch of levels that you navigate.
Yeah.
Also, is this your vetoing? Is your brain reached its limit? Because I won't lie, my brain
No,
is.
no. I just needed to take a moment to take some pictures of the ridiculous way my cat is laying.
Oh,
I'll stick one of these on the Discord real quick.
has he folded himself into a taco?
No. He's taken to doing this thing, and I apologize for the delay here. It'll just be another minute. Uh, he's taken to doing this thing where he lays in my lap, but then uses other things as pillows while he's laying on my lap, like things in the surroundings. Uh,
So what? He'll like be in your lap, but then use like the arm chest, the armchair rest to like
just take
rest
a look
his
at what I
head.
posted in. First of all, yes, he does that. But also, right now, he's doing this thing that I just posted in the dog park.
Oh. Oh. Oh, he's just tried to use a completely different surface for the rest of his.
He's
What?
like laying on me, and then he's got his head on a nearby surface, and he's got his arms wrapped around it to hold on to it.
Yeah, like you could just. My boy is just in my lap with his feet like pressed up against the desk, being very polite. Like your boy is like trying to spread himself upon as many surfaces as possible.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, if you join the Discord, you can check that out in the dog park channel. He looks ridiculous.
He's being a freaking goober.
I have a very special boy.
All cats are very special creatures. Cats are very special creatures. They think that they're fey when they're not. They're all tingle at heart, honestly.
Absolutely there, Tingle.
My god. They think that they're fey creatures, but not really.
They're just big, goofy dumbasses wearing Fey outfits.
Uh-huh. Kind of. Claiming that they're fey creatures, both in power and in whimsy, and they're actually really neither. They think they're whimsical creatures. Whimsical, powerful creatures. Like this boy, who's now filled with violence. He's now filled with fey violence right now.
That's interesting.
I've now turned him upside down. Air! Air! Too much violence. Now what has caught your interest, Sean?
Every once in a while, this game just has like a broken wall that looks like it'll be interactable but isn't.
Huh. See, I feel like you are supposed to be down here, and I don't remember. Ooh, that's fun. Go. I didn't know they could do that. Yeah, I have a feeling like something moves, and you are supposed to be down here, kind of, but I don't see an entrance. What does the map say again?
Well, the map says that there's a blue door down here. It's really hard to look at. It says there's a blue door here.
And there's definitely something down there that would really help. And I thought that that was maybe one of the next things you need to get, but I'm like, I don't remember.
It's like
Huh.
it's like underneath this thing.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean?
Yeah. And then there are like side passages. Oh, There you go. Oh my god, there's a bomb slot over there.
Murder.
But wait, no, can you bomb drop underwater? I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
No, well shit. Yeah, there's a bomb slot over there. Yep, there it is.
That's what I was missing.
Fucking is. Ow. I think
It's on the other side.
Wait.
Oh?
Wait, no, what the hell is that? Okay, maybe we should scan it.
Security interface. Security lock disengaged. Disengage all locks. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. God, I forgot how this area works. Okay, Sean. It's been a long time.
I was just misled because I feel like I went to both of these other platforms and just didn't realize that there's a separate platform that is
Uh-huh.
different.
That had a completely different apparatus that did something compared to everything else. Yeah. Totally understandable, Sean.
Okay.
The boy has calmed his violence yet again. He has just these fits of what I can only describe as disassociative violent behavior. Okay. I think there's like a platform in the middle here. There you go. And one of these came out.
Somewhere.
Well, there's one up there. That's a purple door. And then I think it was the one to the right looked like it was out. I think.
My guy.
Yeah.
I love you.
I'm sorry.
I need you to chill.
I was wrong. How
You've been
how do we keep doing this?
on some shit today.
Apparently. I've been on some extra special shit. Because not only have I tried to help, but all of my advice has been wrong every single time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now
This would be super cheesy. I don't think this is gonna work, but I do want to try it because it would be really funny. Okay, no, it's too far away.
no, it's too far away.
Okay, so there's another scanner somewhere that I didn't notice. Where, oh, where could the scanny boy be? Where, oh, where could it be?
Not that way.
Sure doesn't seem like that way.
Ain't shit, Captain. Captain ain't shit.
Hmm. Maybe there was one up top that I didn't notice.
Maybe?
Get off of me.
Hey, you got one. You killed the blog. Where the Tumblrites gonna go now, Sean? You destroyed their favorite blog.
Kill the blog sounds like the name of an overly sarcastic blog.
Uh-huh. Tumblr.
Mm-hmm.
Do people even use blogs anymore? I don't even know.
I haven't seen a blog in ages. They seem like their relevance has been sort of lost.
Uh-huh. Ancient, technology blogs are. I don't know if anybody uses blogs. I don't even know if people care about blogs anymore.
I don't think the kids even know what a blog is.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
It's how it was like a website for people who didn't know how to make websites.
Apparently tech bros use blogs.
Of course tech bros use blogs. It's because they're tech bros and they're like, well, we've got blogs still, why not? Not tech bros. Tech people. You gotta put them to use somehow, man. Those are the platforms. I don't.
Yeah, it does feel like I have hit an impasse again. I might need to figure this out as homework, because
Yeah, do
I
some
don't think
research
we have
after.
made any progress this entire stream.
No, we've made some progress.
I found an ammo refill station.
You found an ammo refill station. Trying to think of literally any new
No, that's about it.
things that you got.
Nope, I haven't.
Yeah, you haven't, have you? That's so
Look,
weird.
I gave
Yeah?
everybody a warning right at the top that I was not at 100%, and I feel like I've made good on that promise.
I mean, stumped too, man. Don't worry. I remember this part being
Believe me, you've made it very clear that you're stumped.
I tried to help, and clearly I'm doing the best work by not at all giving you advice that's helpful at all. Sean, you should be like, well, it could be worse. He could be backseating to try to be like, oh my god, Misa.
Whoa,
Hello, everyone. How's it going, guys? How'd your stream go? We're doing great. Sean's at 40% of his brain at this point. You weren't. What would you say you're at now? Because you said you were at like 80%. And
I said I was at like 70%, and I think 40% is about right at this point.
yeah,
I've devolved into pudding.
yeah.
I
And
love pudding. I haven't had pudding in a long time.
Yeah, pudding's good. Pudding's good, but I always feel like I get pudding, and then I start eating I eat like 1 cup of pudding, and then I'm like, 3 months later, I'm like, I have 5 cups of pudding. Why did I not eat the pudding? I don't know why I do it. Well, give me 1 second. Sean's playing. This one's Sean. That one's Sean.
Hello.
He's the one playing. He's never played Metroid Prime 2. I played Metroid Prime. What? What?
Called it Metal Gear Prime again.
You called it Metal Gear Prime earlier. I
did
say that's your fault.
I called it Metal Gear Prime because you keep trying to call it Metal.
Also, they all keep saying that Huge Man made the 8th exit and they're out of there. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I am an uneducated swine, unfortunately.
I'm guessing it might be some kind of chant. It might be some kind of prophecy, maybe?
Thank you, Silos, for fixing,
What did I do? Oh. I'm doing my best, I swear. Listen, the freaking guinea pigs are out of my house. I don't have to worry about them anymore. And thank you for dropping by, everybody. We appreciate you. I hope your stream went well. What were you guys up to? You were playing. Oh yeah, they were playing more Control. Dude. Wait. Whoa. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Improbability Control Bureau. Hell is that?
Improbability Control Bureau.
How the? Who the? How the? What the? How the? Well, we would get there eventually, but thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you had a good stream. I did see you guys playing earlier. You were playing more of the Five Nights at Freddy games that might actually interest us, because we don't like jump scares in the sense that we think jump scares are silly, and this game looked actually really interesting. It's the Spot the Difference game.
Mm-hmm.
Observation Duty. Shoot. That's the one. Yeah, that game looks interesting. Sean and I would be really interested in it. Or at least you sounded interested in it. I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people play it before. It seems neat.
Yeah.
It'd be good for a one-off sometime.
Oh, so you played a bunch of different things. You beat Observation Duty and then tried Exit 8 and The Bureau. Huh. Well, thanks for following Misa and Styron, and thanks for everybody else for stopping by. It's good to see you guys. This is weird. I'm always used to being the guy who seems to always find that I always stop just a little bit before everybody else finishes, so I'm glad you guys could stop by and finally see what we do here. What do we do here, Sean?
This isn't a good representation of what the stream is normally like. I feel like we're not normally extremely stupid. Just like mildly stupid.
Just usually mildly. About the only thing representative about what's going on right now is the fact that I'm yammering maybe even a little bit more than usual. Would you say this is on par? I think this is a pretty normal amount of yammering that I usually go on about. Usually.
It's about average.
Certainly a little less lucid. Usually about this time, because we are getting close to near the end actually too, so we'll continue rating on people for you. But usually about this time, usually I feel like the tank is starting to run out a little bit. But today in particular, Sean and I have been playing badminton with the single brain cell that we've been sharing, because that's what we've had to spare for each other tonight. So yeah, I'm glad you guys could. I know, I rated you guys. I rated out to a couple of you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. I love all the content you do. And I saw you in there too, Printers, so yeah, I'm glad you guys could stop by. Printers likes my animations, Sean!
They're good animations.
So does Mito and Hesper. They all like my animations. I appreciate you guys letting me share my animations. I literally started it this year! But no, it's good to see you guys. And I'm glad you guys could bring your guys here. So everybody, I hope you all enjoy this. I remember getting stuck here too, honestly, Sean, so don't worry. Being at 80%, being at 100% brain, I don't think would have kept this from happening. It's a confusing part of the game that unfortunately happens.
I'll figure it out.
I love Metroid Prime 1 and 2, but I remember getting stuck here. But at least it's not the Boost Ball Guardian. He's way the fuck worse. Oh my god, he's awful.
Yeah, I would much rather be a little bit lost than be fighting that absolute
demon
dumpster fire of a fight.
Yeah, he's bad. He's a bad time, and I don't like him. He's the worst. Which is a shame, because I think you're like on the cusp of a couple bosses that I think you'll really like. There's some really cool bosses coming up in Torgus Bog, including the fun. All of the main area bosses are fucking dope. I think you'll like all of them. You liked the Three Amigos, right?
Yeah.
That's what they were, right? What was it? Amogus? It wasn't Amogus.
It was absolutely Amogus.
It was not Amogus, you fucking shit.
I don't know what to tell you.
Guys,
it was definitely Amogus.
It wasn't Amogus, I swear. Don't listen to him.
And they called me sus.
They did.
I got really upset about it.
I mean, they're. We're gonna talk about being filled with the brain worms. I mean, Amogus are just. They've got to be powered by worms, right? They're powered by worms.
For sure, for sure.
But yeah. We're probably getting close to the end of the wire today. Look at it this way, Sean. The progress you made is you went everywhere that you could think of, and we found everything you think you could have.
I mean, so that's certainly not true, because there is definitely a way to continue this game.
There is some way to continue this game. I'll never tell. I'll never tell. Clearly, I've tried to tell, and it was more detrimental than it was helpful.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think you're still gonna be mad at me, because I do think I know,
I don't even want to hear it from you
but
right
I know
now.
you are not gonna want to know, but you're also gonna be like, because I also think I know the way to go, and it
You have said that so many times,
times,
and you have been
and
wrong every time.
you're right. I have been wrong every time, Sean, but I
I
can't be
don't
wrong.
even want to hear it.
I can't be wrong every single time. I can't be wrong every single time. I gotta get right one of these times. Just saying.
I mean, eventually, if you name enough places in, eventually, if you name enough places in the game, you will say the place that I need to go,
That's true.
just by process of elimination.
Process of elimination and
Elimination.
elimination. Sean, is it normal for you to be difficult to keep your eyes open? Is that a normal human response?
To what?
Anything.
It's called death. You're dying.
Oh no. We're all dying, Sean.
We're all dying here.
Guys, we promise when we are way more on our game, we're way funnier. I promise. No, I'm full of confidence and plenty other things. I am gonna use the scapegoat. I blame the 2-day-old pancake I ate.
I don't know. What even happens to it? Don't they just get stale?
Yeah, it just kind of got... Well, it also had an egg and a bacon inside of it.
Well, that'll do it then.
And it sat out.
Not for 2 days. Isaac, not for 2 days. Isaac, you didn't need an egg product that had been sitting out at room temperature for 2 days. That would be crazy.
Okay, 1 day. It was yesterday. It's not as bad as 2 days. I wouldn't eat... Well... Listen, I was desperate. I was like, okay, I need to eat something. I need to eat something fast. I need to eat that pancake, man. I made that pancake yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna eat that fucking pancake. Ain't nothing gonna stop me.
That's concerning.
I didn't want to spend time. I guess I could have made one of... No, that would have taken like another 30 minutes. I said it was going to be ready by 7:30, and I didn't have food that could be ready by 7:30. I'm sorry.
That's what you ate for dinner? Was
Maybe.
one old egg pancake?
Hey, there's old bacon in it too. It's delicious. Well,
So how's your body feeling?
it's not too bad.
Yeah?
This feels weirdly tight. I feel like I'm squinting a lot.
I don't think egg does that.
You don't think egg causes
Egg don't
that?
make your body tight. Unless you mean tight in like the 90s sense, like tight.
Like, tight. What about tight like in that video that I shared with... Oh my god, this motherfucker has never... hadn't ever seen the Champions of Aerobics video until the other day. How did you feel about that video? Did you like it? I fucking love
Good.
that video. It's so fun. Everybody is just so into it. I feel like if there's any single piece of media that would have got me into those like 80s aerobics videos, that one absolutely is kind of a bop.
Yeah, I mean, it is a blast, as bizarre and upsetting as it is. I feel like being in that room is one of my worst nightmares. Like,
Really?
I
You
would
think-
be...
Is that like a
Yeah.
circle of hell to you?
I think so. I mean, I love watching it because it's completely insane. But actually experiencing it, I would
Die?
I would want pain.
Now, do you think it's like that some spirit has like taken over, like some entity controls that room, and all of those people are being forced to do that? So, oh yeah, no problem. Take it easy, Misa. I mean, I understand. We've just been doing what we do. So, yeah, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for bringing everybody. And I'm glad everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. Honestly, Hey, I'll actually. Hey, you guys are like maybe one of our best raids, because every now and then I feel like we get a raid and then it'll slowly trickle down. But hey, people have stayed. So Sean, we're doing something right, guys.
Wow,
if you
way
like,
to take credit.
if you,
What an asshole, huh? Everybody get this guy.
I thought I said we. Are you not included in we? Am I more than one person? God, are you making me lose my fucking mind today? Guys, when the energy conduits are flowing low, my default is a little bit more random nonsense than usual. Yeah, no. Go take care of yourself. Everybody go take care of you. Listen, if you feel like you are losing your mind right now, I don't blame you. We're probably not helping. I'm probably not helping.
Certainly not.
I'm trying, but the boy's done lost his gourd. The gourd's gone. The gourd done left a couple whiles ago. Gourd ain't here no more. But no, I really do appreciate it, and I'm glad you good, because I know, like, I've actually seen a couple of you guys, and I know I've raided Printers actually a couple times, and once she was like, man, I was about to raid you. I was like, God damn it. Fuck. I know you guys want to, and I appreciate it. So, and I hope you do it again. I do. I hope this hasn't made me a complete. Nah, I think if it was a bad experience, I think everybody would have left, Sean.
Don't tempt them.
Don't. No, you guys have to stay now. You've done this to yourself.
It's far too late now.
It's too late for you. You're trapped here.
You've made your choice.
Sleep inside your yonder bed. You set it for yourself.
Horrible. Stop that immediately. You stop that.
Cut that out, you. Sean, you don't got. We can. Do some research.
I have not used a single brain cell for the last like 15 minutes.
You have been kind of walking around
wandering
in circles.
around for the sake of not forcing you to end the stream.
I mean, I think we've done our tax, but I hope you guys can join for next time, you know, when hopefully we're a little bit more on our game, and also that we can know what to do next. But yeah, I think we should call it here, both for my sake and for Sean's, and really pray for our godforsaken souls. We're trying. It's one of those days. No,
It's hard out there, y'all.
It's hard out there. Everybody take care of your ding dang selves. But no, thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you had a good time. You enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching, and raiding for that matter. We appreciate it. And if you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. And actually, wait a second, Sean. I caught myself this time because I tried this earlier and I did it the wrong way. Everybody, we have a little bit of a funny bit usually that you can redeem for a crayon prompt. But we're gonna try this. Anybody out there, if you want to see us generate a crayon prompt, usually it costs channel points. If you want to generate a crayon prompt, drop one into chat. And we'll make it, and then we'll share it at the end of our housekeeping. And if nobody says anything, then I'm just gonna do my outro, Sean.
Rolling around this
Yeah?
really reminds me of the old American Gladiators Genesis game.
Why, specifically the why that?
I think it's something about the way that these little circle pockets are for you to run around in. I think this is what the goals in that game looked like.
Oh.
That game was bad.
Did you play it? Did you have it?
Yeah, I had it. How else would I know about that? That's such a random...
Yeah, I mean, you did say you had the Sega Genesis. You didn't. He said it was the inferior console.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think who would honestly argue otherwise? Like, we didn't get no Super Mario's, we didn't get no Super Metroid, we didn't get no Super Castlevania.
You
Like,
get
I like
Sonic.
Sonic, but Sonic's not
Sonic
like
carried that console.
yeah, I mean there were other good games, but the Genesis was the console for like totally solid third-party games, but not like nothing groundbreaking. Like there's tons of just like good side-scrolling beat 'em ups on the Genesis, but I wouldn't say any of them are really like revolutionary games or anything. They're not gonna blow your mind, but they're all good.
It had the
It
Mac
had Road
and
Rash, which I love.
it had Mac and not Mac and me. God, what the hell was Big Mac? What the hell is the one with the caveman?
Um,
I don't know, man. We don't got the brain power for this, and nobody recommended a prompt, so I might start my outro, Shaw.
do it, coward.
So, thanks for joining, everybody. Hope you had a good time and you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time going back and watching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to an Instagram, Facebook, a Twitter, and a Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to. And just generally, come hang out with the rest of the community there. It's a good time on the Discord. Speaking of which, a shout out to our community there, everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience. We appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure to also hashtag it with MCCanary or link it back to the stream so people can find more. The good stuff we do here. Also, stick around to the very end. I'll keep you guys raiding. So we usually do a bit of a closing bit, and we do raid after every stream, so that way the vampires in our chat can keep watching. Just everybody else out there, make sure to go lock your doors and windows, because it's almost lunchtime for vampires. And thank you to Moat Shrimp and all of our supporters on Patreon and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream, as well as take on more projects, and the stream would not be made possible without viewers like you. So we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as a couple of the benefits you could get, you can always subscribe directly on Twitch or check out the Patreon page here. It'll show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. And thank you to your mods who do a wonderful job holding back the robot army and preventing becoming famous. And thank you, Sean, for hanging out and playing Metroid Prime 2. I did have a good time.
I'm just a little ball.
Alright, we were workshopping this the other day real fast. I guess I should have clarified this earlier, but you want me to ask you housekeeping now? Or do you just want me to say, go check out Goblin Entertainment and then ask if you have housekeeping?
I don't think it makes a big difference which order you do it in.
Do you have any housekeeping, Sean?
No.
Well, go check out all of our other friends in Goblin Entertainment. We've got they've got content on all of their platforms, including Sean, Virtual Boys, Corvus Cryptid, Crowcast TV, Downtown Voice Acting, GooXPs. They also sometimes co-host with me, but you can go check them out on their channels. I haven't made the link tree yet. I'll probably do that tonight. I'll do that tonight, Sean, before I go to bed. But yeah, go check everybody out in Goblin Entertainment. I got all good stuff in there. You can also check out me, MCCanary. On my link tree, there's a VOD you can check out all my stuff there, such as a VOD channel for the Twitch, as well as YouTube for my own videos, an ArtStation for my art, and a SoundCloud for my music. So go check everybody out. Goblin Entertainment. Alright. Stick around, we'll be raiding someone. We'll be raiding someone. Oh, it looks like Brad Vickers is here. It looks like Brad Vickers is here. Let's go to Brad. He's playing Demon Souls. So, everybody stick around for that. Brad Vickers is the OG Brad Vickers. He was the voice actor for the original Brad Vickers from Resident Evil 3, and he's a super cool guy. So everybody go say hi. Otherwise, have a good evening. Take it easy. Sean, is there anything you'd like to tell the audience?
Don't worry. The baby Metroids are all fine. No Metroids, no baby Metroids were harmed in the making of this game.
They were really cute. They were really cute. I like them. They're adorable. They just
Those little
spook you.
baby jellies.
They don't know what to do about you. Sean, did Milo take the brain cell? I feel like he took the brain cell at like.
If he took the brain cell, he
9:30.
took it and fucking ate it.
I mean, do you see what he's doing? Clearly, he's using it better than we are.
He's 9,000 IQ to this fucking seeding situation.
Uh-huh. The worms did like that pancake. Okay. I'm good. Okay, bye.